Hey, very good morning and good evening, everyone. So, welcome to our DevOps training program along with AWS with joindevops.com. I think we waited for a couple of minutes. We can get it started. So, this session is going to be quite simple, by the way. We're going to have a simple agenda for today. So, maybe the next 15 minutes, probably I'll just try to conclude what is the agenda for today's session. And probably from there, we can talk if we have any questions, by the way. Okay. And as everyone being aware that this is a kind of a pre-demo, so which we are actually taking it up. So which we are planning for our students to how to utilize the time. So for our upcoming batch, by the way, so we have 15 days more to start our batch, but we just wanted to give some some sort of roadmap to our students to just to ensure that they're going to utilize this next 15 days of time. All right, so that's the high level agenda. And so in particularly talking about today's agenda is we will understand so a very high level what is a DevOps engineer and his roles and responsibilities, and what is our training roadmap, and aligning to that particular roadmap, what are the next steps that you need to do. That is next thing. And what is our training things that what we what is our timelines are around that same roadmap, by the way, whatever we have it. So how much time we take to do all these particular things at all. Okay. So to start with, this is a very high level introduction about what is DevOps. We'll see, and then the future. I mean, how do we continue with this particular training? So that's what is going to happen. So let's get it started. So hey everyone, my name is Raghu, and I'm the trainer for this particular program, and I'm having 15 years of experience into IT, working in most of the time in engineering role in different areas, and almost as a trainer that I have 13 years of experience. So been training as a part-time person, and full-time I'm an employee to another organization, and almost like I trained 5,000 people on different technologies. And yeah, so that's about me. And let's get it started to the actual agenda of today's session, so which is the roadmap of DevOps engineer. Now this DevOps engineer, okay, if you try to just take the top three kind of a thing what he will do, there are many maybe, but still try to understand in the very I mean to say, like, so very uh, close work that what we generally do, maybe something like that. So managing the infrastructure. So we are going to manage the infrastructure. So that is going to be there for the applications to run. Now, in order to understand, so where this infrastructure coming into picture, so first you need to understand the business. So what kind of a business is being giving a job to a DevOps engineer? So there's a business which is called as a web development. Okay. So today, you know that most of the products are available over the web, over the mobile app, right? Now, beneath either your mobile app to work or the web app to work, beneath, by the way, so there is somewhere the software has been hosted in some of the servers. And that particular infrastructure is the one which we are going to maintain and operate and develop and everything. Okay. And also, this software has been developed by the developers and tested by the QA people and give the sign off and all. If everything is fine, so we are responsible for taking that particular code and keep it inside those particular servers seamlessly without any issues that any customer faces. That means, like, you use google.com, you barely see google.com going down, right? You see facebook.com, you see barely facebook.com going down. So like that, so the web is a very big criticality for any business, by the way, for enabling the trust in the customers. So that's where the availability of that particular web application is very important in the business. So that's where now, even though the developer gives the code, so we need to keep it in such a way that there is no sort of downtime involved in there. So that is another aspect. And in order to achieve this, so there is some sort of automation scripting that you need to do, and your role involves this particular area as well. One is you maintain the infra when the servers are running. You need to ensure those are running very good and well and good. And the next one is you keep the software inside that particular servers continuously, because developers continuously changes that make the changes. And automation and scripting also, in order to achieve that, infra and CI/CD approaches, in order to make it, so you need to do some sort of scripting. So this is another thing that you need to perform. So these are the three major roles and responsibilities in a way to understand. So basically, so this is what the pictorial representation, by the way. So the developer develops a code, and you're going to keep it in some sort of servers, and make it available to the end user to access it. Okay, so that is what is the overall idea we're talking about. And now, okay, everything is good. Now we know the roles and responsibilities of this particular DevOps engineer. So the big question comes into picture, and the majority confusion comes here, by the way, is what to learn. Right? So the question is wide open, by the way. So because everyone shows a different sort of direction. So probably you came to me, I'm going to tell you something. Maybe you start looking for other options. Maybe they are talking about something a bit different. Okay. So though the word DevOps still same, by the way, the curriculum, if you start looking into, there is some differences coming into picture, right? So, and why is that happening? And basically, like, it's very important to you, by the way. So what to learn, that's a very important question that arises, by the way. Even if I were you also, is a big question, what to learn. Okay, fine, some guy, okay, is giving, okay, is telling something, okay, but this is right or not, right? So the same question uh, would definitely rise, right? So that is where, okay, now we need to sort out that particular question majorly, by the way. Now it also applies to me as well, right? So what to teach, okay, that is also a big question to me as well. And maybe I'm working in an organization and I have some visibility to the area of DevOps. And if I try to look into the wider prospect on the market, what is happening, probably even I might miss some points, by the way. Okay, so probably, like, let's say I've been teaching, like, let's say, as a configuration management tool, as an example I'm talking about. So I'm very good at Chef, maybe, like, let's say I'm continuously teaching Chef, but what is market is happening there, what market talking about it, okay, what is a futuristic scope. Okay, I'm teaching this one, whether it is really used for the students, and when they get into the market, is it the market needs, right? It's a big question. Now, to solve this particular question, so we are going to visit a website called as roadmap.sh, and this particular website is a community website. It never belongs to anyone, so which we can rely on these particular guys. And it's also like they provide roadmaps to different people, and this is a community created roadmaps, all right, and community created some of the articles. And roadmap.sh is a sixth most starred project in GitHub. If you go to the GitHub and if you look into the likes, the number of likes and the number of likes of the projects, so this stands in the sixth place. Okay, which is widely accepted, and even a lot of people actually in this particular community is a lot of people with a lot of background, so working even on working as C range, like, so CTOs like that even. Okay, so it's a good community, and so they have a lot of vision on the market, and based on that, they're going to tell, okay, so these particulars, they give the roadmaps for different people. Okay, they collate the opinion of different people, and so different thought process they'll go. Okay, so when they're suggesting something, so is it really the futuristic scope? Is it currently in demand? Okay, so is there is it really being used in the market? Something like that. So they will just kind of consider all these particular facts, and they're going to provide roadmaps for different people. And DevOps is one of that. Not only for DevOps, by the way, DevOps is just one of that. Okay. Now these guys, whatever they talk about, now what we are actually doing is we're simply doing a cherry picking from here, and we're actually teaching the same thing. So they're telling you to learn some programming language. We're teaching something around this. And also there is a personal recommendation here. So from this community, they're telling that it is personally recommended to learn that. Also, it doesn't mean that you have to learn that only, but still it's a recommendation considering the market usage, futuristic scope, Okay, these aspects they are going to consider, and they're going to give you some suggestion. Okay, and the next one is alternate opinion also they'll give you. So if you really want to go with another one, so probably you can go with that as well. All right, so this is how they are going to provide the suggestion. So that's how you have to go with. Um, you have to basically you can go with any of the one. So, but our choice is the recommendation, by the way. So, which is the purple color one. Now they'll give you one or two options in particular area. By the way, it's not only one. They'll provide one or two also. Now, what we are doing is we're doing a cherry picking. So that means like we'll pick one. Okay, whichever is a good one with our knowledge, by the way. So we'll pick that one, and we're going to construct our syllabus, and we are teaching the same thing. Okay, now each and every yellow block, whatever you have it here, is a vertical of the learning that you need to do in the DevOps engineer, and we are covering each and every vertical, by the way. So coming to the programming language, so it is going to be the Python we teach, and coming to the, and also like programming language, and it's generally a question comes into picture, you have to be a programmer, but the answer is no, because if you click on this, they'll tell you on the right side, it doesn't matter what you pick, by the way, it is most important to learn at least one. You'll be able to use this language to write the automation. Okay, so that's what I even give the roles and responsibilities, right? So while giving you the roles and responsibilities, by the way, so we're talking about automation and scripting. So in order to achieve these two jobs, so the third one is very important pillar for that. Okay, so that's how so you're going to use it for automation purpose. You're using the same Python, you can write a web-based applications also, like maybe you can make something like google.com, you can make something like facebook.com. It is possible, but our area of interest is not that. Okay, so that's how it is. Now coming to the operating systems, so we're going to go with the Red Hat version, and so you're going to understand, so how do you deal with an operating system different process. Okay, these are all, everything is a purple color. You need to learn. You will go with that. And in the scripting, again, bash scripting is there. Editors will learn the VI. And coming to the version control systems, you're going to learn some Git versioning tool. And if you come to the VCS hosting one, we also use GitHub. And coming to the concepts of the application, so you will see a web server with Nginx. You will understand what is a reverse proxy, what is a forward proxy. You'll understand what is a firewall, all the purple color, it's all mandatory options. Okay, so the project will have all these particular things, and you will learn all these particular things. And coming to the container, you will learn Docker. And coming to the cloud provider, you will learn Amazon, and all the network protocols, network security also you will learn here. So these will get covered automatically as part of the project. And the next one is coming to the serverless. So we'll be going with the Lambda functions creation according to the project, what we are going to learn, and IAC by using Terraform, and configuration management tool by Ansible, and some of the CI/CD tool by using Jenkins, and the secret management by using Amazon Secrets, and so infrastructure monitoring by using Prometheus and Grafana, and application monitoring by using New Relic, and the log management by using Elasticsearch, and container orchestration by using Kubernetes, and artifact management by using Nexus or Artifact. Both are same, doesn't not really matter, but yeah, so we can go with any of the one, but it's there. And the next one is the GitOps, by the way. So the GitOps, as of now, we are also still using so Jenkins as a GitOps tool as well, but going exclusively native tool like GitOps have some advantages. Okay, so but we still consider Jenkins as that particular GitOps tool as well. It also fit in this particular area. Maybe we can go with an overview as well on the Arco City, what is additionally they'll provide, so over there, that is also fine. And service mesh will see Istio and some patterns, by the way, of designing the architecture of the application. So what are the things that you need to consider? So those particular aspects will be covered in as a part of this particular training. Okay, so these are all the different aspects. Okay, so different verticals that you need to know about in order to do your job, by the way. And we are considering our syllabus to have each and every area covered, and so that you will go out as a fulfilled DevOps engineer. Okay, so that's where. So what to learn? So we are actually trying to understand from the roadmap.sh, and this roadmap.sh, guys, is actually trying to tell us, okay, so to learn these particular things, and we are actually aligned to them, and we're learning from them. So tomorrow, if they're changing something, so I'll be going and updating my syllabus accordingly. Okay, so that is how it is. And we're actually getting inspired from roadmap.sh, our content completely, and we're taking it. So that is what it is. And I'll come to the actual purpose of this particular session today. So what is basically, like, so we have next 15 days, by the way. So our next batch is on start from October 15th, and we still have 15 days, like in the 15 days, by the way. So what you can learn in between, okay, so that is where, so this whole intention of this particular session, utilizing this 15 days. So probably, if possible, so you consider these three verticals, by the way. So one, you start learning some AWS cloud. Probably will give you the resources, don't worry. So I mean, where to get and all, don't worry. So we'll send you the resources, go through that. So have a overview, okay, just have a minimum understanding of it. Maybe you don't need to really completely practice and deep dive also, but you need a context around it. Okay, so and AWS cloud is one thing. So to start with, those are three verticals we would be considering. And the next one is Linux as well, and Linux basics you try to understand, and probably get understanding of how a Linux operating system is working. So maybe you're quite comfortable with the Windows, but there's another operating system called as Linux, which is widely used in server operating system. Okay, so Windows is nowhere used in server operating system. You have to come out of that mindset, because that is the reality. Okay, so it's all Linux machines. And next one is the scripting area is another one. So which is, again, you try to understand the basics of some Python. And for all these three things, by the way, we are going to send you the resources. Just ensure you just follow it and gain some context. Okay, and that will help you in correlating the things while the session really starts. And actually, in October 15 also, the session starts from scratch, but having some more context to you added to that, by the way, so you're probably easy to relate and so easy to understand. So that's the only idea around it. Okay, so this is how we are going to you can use the next 15 days, and you can utilize them. Okay, we'll send you the resources, don't worry. After the session, we'll forward them to you. The next one is I think, like, that's the agenda basically. So probably if you have any questions, you can go ahead now. I mean, you can raise your hand, you'll get an unmute option, and probably we can discuss around it. All right, so thank you. So if you have any questions, please go ahead.
Hello.
Yeah, and 1 minute. So just raise your hand and please wait for your turn. I'll come to you. You'll get an unmute option. So until then, please raise your hand if you have a question. Just wait until then. Okay, I'll come to you. Yes, Suresh, go ahead.
Yeah. Actually, as part of this course, what are the course contents we are going to cover, and in which sequence we are going to cover?
So have you not seen the syllabus?
I didn't see exactly.
Yeah, go and check it out. So in the Join DevOps website, by the way, so there is a syllabus section, and inside the syllabus, you have some detailed syllabus here. So open the detailed syllabus.
Okay. Miss. Okay. Okay. Syllabus I will check. In which sequence we are going? First to Linux, after the AWS, Terraform, like that.
Take a look there. There's a clear roadmap on the, it's a pictorial representation. How do we start and how do we go? Okay, so go through that. You will understand it. But yeah, this is
one second. No. You will start with Linux. Then which topic you will choose? AWS.
No, Linux and AWS will go in parallel.
Okay.
And it will go the project.
Okay, in the AWS, what are the services we are going to cover?
It is listed here. So take some 5 minutes, go through that, and come back if you have any question before we close the session. So just open the website, take some couple of minutes, you'll understand. And if you have any question, I'll answer.
Okay.
I just don't want to reiterate everything.
Okay. Then suppose what are the class timings you said? 7 to 8:30, I think.
It's 6 a.m. to 7:30 a.m.
Oh, 6 to 7:30. Suppose means while having the class, if I have any doubts, then can I ask orally or?
Yes, yes, of course.
Okay, okay. And in mid of the session also, at the end of the session.
Yeah. So our program is going to have, like, in the middle of the session, for each and every topic, we'll take a pause. We'll take the questions. If everyone is clear, only we'll proceed. That's one thing. And even after the session also, okay, so after 12 hours of the session, not 12 hours, I think maybe it is 13, 15 hours. That means, so evening 9 p.m. also we'll have another call, okay, every day, by the way. And if you have any questions, you can always reach out there as well. Okay, so maybe in the class you did not got the question. You have, while you're doing some practice, you got some bunch of questions, and those also will be addressed even before the next session. Yeah.
Okay. Suppose in the morning class, you told about the Kubernetes cluster setup, for example. So while doing that one, I stuck up somewhere. So I tried a lot, but I didn't get. I posted in the Slack, but I didn't get any answer. I am unable to resolve the issue, so that I can connect you at 9 p.m. in the evening. And
Correct.
are you going to help me?
Yeah, correct.
Okay, okay. And if required, you will take the. You can connect to my system, and you can.
Right. All assured, don't worry.
Okay, that is what is the from 9 to 10? What is the timings that means that
There is
we
no time actually. So sometimes it goes 2 hours also. Okay. So it does
okay,
not matter. It all depends upon the problem and number of people coming in, and number of questions coming in. There's no time bound for that.
okay, okay, okay.
If
What
no
are the
questions, if no
classes?
questions, will close in 10 minutes also. If no one joined and no questions, we'll close in 10 minutes as
Okay, okay. We have to ask the questions only that today's topic or earlier topics only,
well.
not okay.
Any topic that is, there's a big program. I mean, that's a I mean, so that is a union of every batch, by the way. That not only you, every batch from previous batches also will join, and if they have any questions, they'll ask. So that means even not only during the training, even after the training also, you have that access.
Okay, okay. Suppose in the after 15th you are starting 20th. Suppose you are teaching the AWS on the 20th evening at the night 9 o'clock. I can ask the doubt in the Terraform also. That's what you are saying.
Of course.
Okay, then it's good. Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hi, Raghu. This is Banerjee. I have an query. Right now, I have a good experience in IT industry, around 14 years of experience on Windows and VMware platform. Currently, I'm working as a system admin on Nutanix platform also. I have an doubt. Do we know about complete programming language for learning DevOps engineering course?
If you ask me, by doing a VMware engineer also, you should know it, by the way, but you're not doing it, right? It's always a must to, not must to have, good to have, right?
Okay.
But when you come to the engineering, pure engineering area, it's a must to have.
Okay. Right now, I don't have any programming skill. Do you teach in the programming skill in the DevOps training?
Yeah, programming is different. And when you said web programming is different, server side scripting is different, by the way, the way it
Yeah.
works.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
scripting, and yes, we teach.
Okay. You cover scripting, Python scripting, right?
Right. Python and Shell.
Python and shell scripting you cover during this program. Okay.
And everything is a code. There's a Terraform, that's a code. Ansible, that's a code. Everything
Okay.
is a code out there.
Okay. Do you need to know any? Do you need provide any basic before starting the session?
Not necessarily needed, but anyhow, you have 15 days of time. You can utilize this time. We'll send you some resources. Use them and learn it.
And also, and also I don't know about cloud technology, AWS and Azure also. You were saying that DevOps with AWS, you are teaching complete AWS or only basics, you are only containers or any specific topic you cover?
No, we'll go with the full project, by the way. So this project is also, there are two projects which we are going to cover. So one is the first version, which is give you a little bit comfort about to gain the full insight of or the full iteration of what a DevOps engineer does. The
Okay.
second project is a big project, which is from IBM. We're going to take it from their GitHub page and we're going to run it. So which is $1 million project for IBM, by the way. We're going to
Okay.
run that particular project and you will get a decent insights, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're seeing that training tools roadmap Linux project 1 and project 2. On day 1, you are dealing on the projects only without knowing complete knowledge. How can we write? How can you work on the project?
So you're a working guy. I think you're asking a wrong question, by the way, because
No,
with
I know Windows and VMware and Nutanix platform. That's why I'm working on the project. This is the complete new for me. Okay, DevOps and AWS complete new. Without knowing about this, how can we directly working on the projects? That's my doubt.
if there is no project, what is the use of VMware tool, Nutanix tool, or a Windows servers? If there is no project, zero business, then what is the use of learning them? Or what is the use of learning them, implementing them?
Yeah, you were saying that project on the day 1 you are giving training on the projects. So on the other training institutes, they are first they are teaching complete knowledge on AWS and DevOps teaching. Then they will move to work on the projects, right? That is the process, right? You were saying that on the day 1 we are working on the we are learn and working on the projects.
Which
That
one
is
you
the
want? Which one you want? You have both the options now, right? Which one you want? I can justify, like I was saying, the justification to my approach, by the way. If you know what to do, the project is giving, like let's say someone asking you to create a server, you're creating a server in VMware. If no one
yes.
is asking, what will you do? If there is no project, no business, what are you going to do? That's a question I asked you, by the way. You're talking about the learning. I'm talking about the working, right? So you always need to have a context of what you're doing, by the way. Maybe in your training previously, when you learned VMware, someone told you how to create a VM, but they did not tell you how did you get a business and all. You kind of joined the company and you kind of, understand the process. It took a long time. And maybe you're now talking about are doing it right. So maybe you go to the next project. So now you join the next organization, you take the KT on how to create a VM, or what is the project business about?
Oh,
Process.
what is the just process only? They are telling only process and assigning the task to us.
So that means that project is very important. Project and process is very important for anyone to start learning the things. Without that, actually, you're learning, you're just throwing the stones on a dark area, by the way. You don't have a target. So
Okay.
target is very important. Okay. So the project is very important in order to build something on that, right? So you're talking about a 50-year-old, maybe, I mean, let's say if I talk about pure engineering world example, maybe like construction engineering. So now back in days, I put all the bricks, brick by brick, I keep it. Finally, one day I'll see the home, by the way, right? But today is not that we are doing, by the way. So we'll properly do a proper design, couple of designs we do, and then start implementing it, right? So that's the evolution. You have it, right? In the last 50 years, or at least last 30 years, we have seen in the digitalization, correct or not?
Yeah. Yes.
But that means on the area of this area also, it is also the same thing. Okay, without a vision, without a proper, blueprint on what you're doing, I think it's very difficult to visualize anyone. And you have seen many tools, right? It's not like maybe previously, like not like VMware and all. It's not like that small things that you do here, right? So it's many things, by the way. And market is also moving in a very faster pace. So you should have you should have some kind of a vision on what you're doing, by the way. So that's where our approach, our belief is basically is, if you have a goal, you run towards to the goal is very important. So set the goal, and the project is a goal. Yeah.
Okay. Then I have another query. If I complete this session, complete DevOps session, can I write and complete the AWS SysOps certification?
Yeah, you can.
Okay. Okay. Understood.
Right.
And can you give me complete material and for future references?
It's all over internet. So every tool over here, you see they have the official documentation in their webpage. We'll refer those official documentation. Only the project documentation will provide.
Okay.
Rest everything, every tool you name it over here, you have an official documentation from their webpage. Again, the way you work, you learn here, by the way. Okay. So now going to the office, you open a pocket reference and start doing the work. Come out of that mindset, first of all. So
Okay.
not the one.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Here I go, Mallikarjun here.
Yeah.
Good morning. And this training is titled as AWS DevOps, right? Is there any difference between AWS DevOps and Azure DevOps?
The cloud is different. End of the day, your job is same. It's
Okay.
like maybe a service, right? So maybe maybe a phone pay versus Google Pay, right?
Okay. So here I can see a few topics in AWS. So EC2 parameter store, IAM, S3 VPC, etc. So the same is available in Azure also, Raghu?
Yeah. So you have a website called as Cloud Compare.
Okay.
Cloudcompare.org. So these guys will tell you the alternative to that, any web page.
Okay.
Not cloudcompare.org. There's another.
Sure, I'll go through it. One more quick question. So if someone is looking to learn Azure DevOps, okay, so still this training is helpful for them.
So our major focus is not cloud, by the way, but using cloud. Okay.
Okay.
That means our major focus is to become a DevOps engineer. In that journey, by the way, cloud is also a mandatory thing that you learn, by the way.
Okay. So in that case, I mean, if someone is very much interested in Azure DevOps only, so they can join this course, but alternatively, they have to go through the Azure cloud services, right? How to run the services, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That's all, Raghu. Thank you.
Just cloud compare cloud.in. Okay.
Compare cloud, right?
Compare cloud.in. So now let's say in Amazon, so you're talking about EC2, so the alternate service in Azure is virtual.
Okay. So for Azure, for teaching, I mean, in our course, for teaching Azure, approximately how many hours you guys are taking? Sorry, on AWS.
It will not go that way. So because we start from the project, by the way, it's all basically project-based things.
Okay.
I don't want to bound to that numbers, by the way. I am not looking my course in that dimension. So the project will give you a lot of, it comes like this. Let me just open one of the. So when we start with the project, by the way, so the project will once after we doing the project manually, by the way, so to list down all the things that what we have problems in our project. So like this, prepare. Okay, this also will be prepared during the session only. So and we'll start one by one, by the way. Okay, and we'll complete all these particular things with tools. And in that particular journey, okay, so at some point of time, things will come. It's all about project based, right? So that's the problem. That's the reason. So now that's where if I go into the running batch, any running batch, so you're going to see it as like this. So some of them are still red. That means these are not still addressed yet. Okay. Some of them is only green. Okay. The running batch. So this is our goal. So the list of problems that we're going to list it down, and end of the project also will do the same thing. Right? Should have a requirement. So what is our requirement? We have to start from there and complete the journey of learning and as well as implementation.
Okay. Got it. Thank you.
Okay.
Oh, hi, Raghu.
Yeah.
Raghu, like actually, I just gone through this document. But I have some few queries regarding this. Since currently I'm working in the rotational shift. Okay, currently this month I'm working in the night shift. So the course timing is from morning 6 a.m. to 7:30 a.m. IST, right?
Right.
So that is only during that time only I have to manage those things. That is the one problem is there with me. And moreover, this course will complete 3.5 months, right?
Right.
Yeah. So how can I like I'm not getting like how to join this course because my shift ends at 7 a.m. So
Okay. So if your shift ending is at 7 a.m., so can't you manage with your mobile also? Like, you will be in office or work from home?
yeah, I'm doing in work from home as of now.
Then probably you can manage, right? So probably join from mobile or another
Okay.
laptop.
Okay.
It's manageable.
Sure, Raghu. And the whatever the course price is, like we can pay the installment or it is a fixed amount, like what one at a time we have to pay.
Yeah, you can check with organizer on that.
Organizer, okay. And one more thing, the last question which I have, like, currently I'm working as a network engineer for the past 2.5 years. Okay. So while after completing the course, like when I start the interview right to the company, right? So if they ask anything about why you're switching to the DevOps, like it would be any effect to my career or it won't be anything.
So for your question, I wanted to conclude on 2 points. So one is attending the training will not give you the job. First thing, either
Okay.
money training or some other training also, right?
Okay.
First thing you have to learn. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
After learning the things, yes, you can appear for an interview. So that is first thing. And
Yeah.
okay, so the second straightforward answer for the actual question which you asked is network engineer. Can you actually go with that? So when you actually go as an out to the, like let's say you came to me, by the way, you told that you're a network engineer.
Yes.
You come to me in the same question saying that I'm already working as a DevOps engineer, but I want to learn this course. Do I really come to know that you're a DevOps engineer or not?
Okay.
Can I know? Let's say I'm telling that, hey, I'm working as a DevOps engineer. Do you know that I'm really working as a DevOps engineer?
No.
Right?
Yeah.
So basically, it's only about just a matter of conversation, right? So how you put it back, how you keep it effectively to the other person. So saying that, hey, I'm started my career as a network engineer. Our team has an opportunity also to work on other areas. So where the DevOps people is also there, I've been contributing onto that area as well. So here is the work which I have done. Like that guy will never come and check in your never come to your company, visit you, and will not check what you're doing, right? It's only the matter of conversation. So maybe I'm not really working in 15 years, right?
Okay.
You don't know, right? So it's only the effective communication you make it to the other person, and which is fine.
Yeah. Okay. Definitely. Yeah. Definitely. I go. Thank you so much for the session. Yeah. Thank you.
Jagadish, you're on mute.
Yeah, hi Raghu. Is there any connectivity for mainframe code promotion that was not shown in your diagram?
Sorry, come again. Connectivity to?
Connectivity to mainframe code promotion through configuration management tool like Endeavor they are doing nowadays, right?
No, I'm not
through DevOps.
Yeah, if you're looking for a mainframe perspective, then I'm not the right guy.
Okay. Generally, DevOps, GitHub,
other tools.
They are doing the code promotion with CI/CD pipeline. That part I did not see you in your roadmap diagram.
So I already shown you that, right? So here's again.
Yeah.
And if you go in between the down detailed syllabus, by the way, you'll start seeing the things.
Okay.
So don't imagine Git as a big tool, by the way. So first come out of that. Why? Because I know a lot of people actually, even I'm feeling shame that I'm keeping Git and GitHub here. Seriously, I'm feeling shame only. Okay. Why? Because, as a software engineer or software employee that you're going to work in any organization, you will not keep in your resume saying that, hey, I know how to open Google, or I know how to open a tab in Google, or sorry, in Google Chrome. You will not keep these particular things, right? Right?
Yeah.
Okay, it's fundamental. Like, you're coming as any software. I mean, you're saying that I'm a software employee, okay, in any software organization, not only a developer, by the way. That makes a minimum sense to anyone that you know how to use a machine, a laptop, right? You don't exclusively tag it as that highlighted in a very big block letter saying that I know how to operate Windows, right? It's not the days, by the way. So come out of that. And so these talk should be happening maybe 15 years back sometime. Actually, if I make the resume, I would have kept so get in the block letters by the way, but we are in 2023. Okay, so that means minimum expectation. So that's where, don't imagine, maybe I'm not sure how you got that particular context, as a bare minimum thing. Okay, so no need to mention that. So that's the reason I usually don't keep it usually in mind. So it comes out of box. You don't worry about that. If you're a software engineer, and if you're saying like software developer or any area of the software development area, if you say that I don't know Git repository, then that means, I mean, it doesn't make sense at all. You can't say that also. It's as simple as that. So don't worry about it. Any other question?
Apart from this DevOps, as you mentioned, Python and AWS also, we should be familiar with separately with other training sessions. Here you are going to cover whatever required in DevOps perspective, like that.
There's always a DevOps perspective as you want to become a DevOps engineer, right?
Okay.
So now you know mainframe, how to make a mainframe machine. You're working on mainframe. You know how to make a mainframe machine. That means like how to build it. Like I'm talking about metal. Right from metal, you know about it. I mean, I'm talking about the physical manufacturing unit of mainframe. Do you know about it?
No.
Do you need to know about it?
Yeah.
Right. If you simply use a word mainframe, that means I'm expecting end-to-end. I know mainframe means I know how to, how do you manufacture a mainframe also. If that is the context will come. Right. So that means DevOps means when you're becoming a DevOps engineer, you learn all the things about DevOps only. Now, when you say mainframe administrator, like let's say as an example, I'm talking about, so you will know how to manage a mainframe. If you say mainframe developer, you know how to build a mainframe program. That much it's clear, right? But you can't say that, I know manufacturing as well. Our manufacturing guy shouldn't know about how to develop and how to manage it, right? So it's all different verticals, by the way. So being as a DevOps
individual separate different verticals.
As simple as that, right? So DevOps engineer is not running the world, by the way. So please come out of that. There's a prime minister who is doing the job. There's a DevOps engineer who is doing his job. He can't do both the jobs, right? So DevOps engineer is not running the world. He has his own roles and responsibilities, has to work on that. Correct or not?
Yeah.
So that means you learn only that much only. So why do you need other things? It's good to know. I'm not stopping you, right? So it's always good to have knowledge on anything, by the way. I'll not stop you on that. But if you talk me as a must, by the way, so you can't, I mean, I think you got the, like gist of what I'm talking about, right?
Yes.
So as a DevOps engineer, you learn about how to work as a DevOps engineer only. Why do I need to worry about other things, other people, what they're doing? I don't bother. Yeah.
Okay.
Clear?
Yeah.
All right.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yes, Raghu. My name is Prasad. Actually, I'm working as a AWS engineer. Actually, I want to know about scope of this DevOps course. So I checked with one of my friend. This is the tools. Every time the tools will change, so there is no much scope in DevOps. He's telling. So I want to know about this DevOps scope.
Scope always changes, right? So 15 years back, and when I started my career as a software engineer,
Yeah.
These tools, most of the tools never existed.
Okay.
After
So
15
we need
years,
to
I don't
update.
expect these tools.
We
After
need to.
15, wait 1 minute. After 15 years, I don't expect these tools still exist. They may be coming something, other
Okay.
things. And if you think about AWS is having the scope after 15 years, is a question mark to me as well, right? May or
Yes.
may not. So I'm not I'm not astronomy guy who predicts the future. Okay, but things will change. I accept the change. I learn the change. So that's why it's good.
Okay. So we need to update. If any new tools will come now, we need to learn, right? So as per the demand.
That's minimum responsibility, right? As a as
Okay.
as
The entire DevOps process would be there in IT industry, right? So it not collapse, no? This DevOps engineer role.
engineer roles is there from 30 years. It's not today's role.
Okay.
It's there.
Actually, one of my friend told to learn full stack developer, Java developer. But I'm interested in DevOps course, so I want to know about much scope of this. So we need to learn always tools. If any new tools come, we'll need to learn.
Yeah,
That's
full stack also you learned, by the way. Full stack you will learn one JS, one backend, one database, or
Okay.
maybe couple, by the way. You don't expect after 15 years also they will exist, right? So
Okay.
also will change. Full stack still remain, by the way. But beneath the things, engineers still remain. Beneath the things will change. Full stack also will be today, okay, still there after 15 years. But beneath the things, you can't guarantee those will exist. No guarantee for that. So while the technology is evolving, so those will definitely, some will get rid of that, right?
Okay. One more. Actually, for this course, we need a laptop configuration. Which type of configuration is required?
It's all you're learning on cloud, right? It's going to be cloud only. So in
Okay.
companies, you don't work anything on your laptop.
Okay. The lab is available, no? So you are providing, or we need
You have
to
to go with your own account and you have to practice in your own account.
own account. So in cloud, right? In cloud AWS Azure, we need to create one account and we need to work.
Yes.
Okay. So one more thing, actually, early morning 6 o'clock class is there, no? So Saturday, Sunday is it there, or is it a holiday?
It's Monday to Saturday.
Monday to Saturday. Okay. Okay, fine. Morning 6 to 7:30. Okay, suppose if we miss classes, no, so another day will available something for revision, like that means classes. How we can, so suppose due to some work, project work, we are unable to attend the class. So that class we miss, no, so we can provide another day, how it will be.
You'll get the recording. So though you miss it,
Recording
you
is
get the
available, no?
yeah.
Okay. So after the course, you provide the project, one project, so we can, this, how will be project, see, I mean, project will do the projects, real-time projects, right? You will provide real-time project.
Right.
Okay, that is after the course, or while doing the course only, we will implement that project things.
So there's a long discussion happened on the project itself, right? Well, someone was asking. We start
Uh-huh.
the course itself with project. It's not at the end.
Okay. So after the course, you will provide any interview assistance like that. So
what is your assistant meaning by it?
interview assistance means something like what we can um assistance. Interview assistance means some giving opportunity as a DevOps engineer. So we can.
So we'll share the opportunities which we came through, by the way. And
Okay.
apart from that, it's open market as well.
Okay, sure. Some reference, I think reference.
Right.
Okay, sure. Thank you, Ravi. Classes will start on 15th, right? Okay, fine. Sure, thank you.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hi, Raghu.
Yeah.
I have a question. So, after completing this course, can you create a resume building or interview preparation from your end? Any tips and tricks to will you get after completing this course?
Yeah, so don't get onto that shortcut mode, by the way, in the first place. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, only like, see, is always been your education that way. I don't blame you, by the way, because your whole education is not you, by the way, our education is built in such a way that now there is, so there is 6 chapters they'll try to teach you in the textbook, but you come to the all-in-one and then the last moment, you learn only certain chapters and you're passing somehow, right? And that's where you're asking me that tips and tricks. Okay, but at least it's time to change the way you actually look at the problems, but don't do that. I would suggest, like, so come out and start learning the knowledge. Don't for the sake of interview. See, you might get a pass through the interview, but the actual thing starts from there, right? You have to sustain from there. So with tips and tricks, you got the job, by the way, but are you really going to sustain in the place that you are going to work with these tips and tricks? That's a question that you need to make it to yourself, right?
Okay.
Because interview is a small thing. Interview happens in 1 hour, but every day 8 hours you have to work for that company.
That's
Yeah.
correct.
So that's the
But
reason. As simple.
here we're going to cover all these topics: Linux, shell scripting, Ansible, transfer, Terraform. All is
Yeah.
completely going to cover, or basically
Yeah.
you will give a basic understanding.
We're talking about a project, by the way. We're trying to talk about implementing a project.
Okay, Raghu.
Okay. So that's where all these things comes in a deeper manner as well. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Raghu. Thank you. 15th October you will start this course, right?
Right.
Okay, Raghu. Fine, thank you.
Hi Raghu. So actually I'm coming from a 2 years experience. So coming from 2 years experience, what would the expectation from an interior point for a DevOps engineer? I just started my career and it's been 2 years and I found some knowledge on Linux and I have some knowledge on AWS basics and currently I'm working for scripting for Docker. So I actually wanted to switch my career to DevOps engineer. So, and I see here we are going through two projects, which we are completely going to work on project-based course. So, can I showcase them this, that, okay, this is the things which I have worked upon. I understand, okay, yeah, like you said, uh, it's not like we're just going to showcase these projects and crack the interview. I know it's all learning. As I just started my career, it's only 2 years. So what will be the expectation from interior point? Because at this point, I really want to make a switch as a DevOps engineer. I want to see myself as a DevOps engineer in the long term. So can you just throw some light on it?
Yeah. So the project which I'm talking about will give you a 360 degrees view of how to operate it, right? So with all these particular tools, and essentially you'll gain a decent knowledge. And the same project you keep it in your resume because it's a very serious project for IBM itself. Okay, so it generates millions of dollars, like I mentioned. Okay, it's not like just hello world project that what we're talking about here. It's a full length project, by the way. So that same project you can keep it in your resume, and you can say that you're already working on this particular project, and with your current working years of experience. So whatever you're going to learn here is enough, by the way, more than enough.
Okay, but I see generally like there are actually very few openings for DevOps. So is it always like that, or am I just in that view?
I don't think so.
Okay.
See, few is basically is not only applicable to DevOps. Please come out of that mind. Again, it's the overall market, right? Market inflation is there. It's not only for DevOps. There's no openings for anyone for some time. At least I think in last 2 months it was well and good now. It's happening well and good.
Okay, so
I don't think so. Yeah.
So would they prefer a guy, somebody is holding a 2 years or 2 to 2.5 years experience to take up as a DevOps engineer, or would they prefer 4+ years of experience? So
No need. 2 is fine. That's what.
okay, so yeah, that was all. Yeah, thanks. And one more question. I actually So out of these 2 years, I sound knowledge on Java, but not on Python. Actually, I haven't never gone through Python. So which is one more thing which I'm actually scared right.
Everything is same, man. You learn the car on one company, by the way, you say that I can't run another car, by the way, it doesn't make sense.
Okay.
Okay. All same. All same, right?
Please do share some tutorials on Python too, so as in the 15 days I can actually get through some syntax and all.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Hello. Hi, Raghu.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yes, go ahead.
Actually, I was completed my BTech in 2017. So in the 2020, so I worked as a Java developer for 6 months. So with the pressure, so I was left the company, and so I was prepared for the government exams. So the bad luck, I was not selected in that. But now completely, I want to shift into IT industry. So I was looking to go enter into this cloud DevOps. So as I'm having the 6 years of career gap, so can you suggest me how to cover this gap, and can we survive if I keep the fake experience? Can I survive in the future company?
See, first of all, I think the question which you're asking to keep to yourself only, by the way, because you already mentioned with pressure I left one job, but I mean, like if you're feeling all the time the same way, I can't help you with that, right? So if you're not running away, if you're holding there, if you're holding there, probably someone can help. And if you're running away, no one can help you. Okay, that's the first thing. Okay. And that applies to DevOps, Java, or anything, by the way, a government job also, right? So if you are holding, and I mean, so that means you didn't got the job means because none of any other person got the job. Government sector, I'm talking about.
No.
That means where is the problem? Government is a problem, huh? Where is the problem? Within you or with the government?
Within me.
Yeah. So who has to change the things? Government or you?
Me only.
Replace with government with DevOps.
Actually, in the Java, while preparing, actually I joined with the fake experience, 3+ years of experience.
That's what I'm telling, sir. Again, I'm telling the same thing.
Yes.
It's again who?
It's completely me.
Yeah. So that means it is you only all the time. So now when you realize that you are the one who has to do the things, anything you can do, by the way. You can become a prime minister also. No doubt in that. Anyone can do anything. That's proven already in our case, at least. In India country, it is proven. Right? A person who is serving as a prime minister is a very basic person, right? Doesn't have any background. So it's proven. Like if you have a wish, you can always do that. But your wish is very important, by the way. The time pass wish is a serious wish. It's something that you have to decide it. Okay. So that's where since you mentioned that, so you are degrading yourself that can I do it or not? I can't help you with that. So if you say that I can do it, whatever the things it is, okay, I will do it. Then anything you can do it, including DevOps. If you don't say that, including DevOps, nothing you can do, by the way. So now it's time for you to decide, like, so basically rather than the coaching is important, that is you, the one has to be changing the things is very important. Yeah. And the answer is simple, yes. Pressure will be there. I work almost like, so 13-14 hours just for company. I'll be under tremendous pressure only all the time. Okay. But that doesn't mean that I'm running away. Right? So that all help you, by the way. Okay. And you're not taking the pressure, you'll not get the money. I get the pressure because I pay very high with the company. I get very high paid, by the way, in the market. Because I'm taking pressure. Right? So
and how much level of experience can I keep?
So you can go for 3 to 4. And again, that also again depends upon you, how deep you learn it, by the way, again. Okay. Now, let's say each and every word, whatever I teach you, you are in a position to repeat each and every word on your own. Okay. Then you can happily get the job anywhere in the world. I can assure you on that. And that, how do you make it or not? I'm not sure. Whether you really made it or not in your life, I'm not sure. Okay. But at least I have that experience. My schooling, by the way, like if there is an essay we are writing, if there is a small comma came in, some extra space came in, our hands used to be like, you know, a red color only from the teacher. Okay, is and was is also very particular by the teacher, and you know, so at least we were able to, okay, I know what is perfection, I meant to say, like,
Okay.
okay, that's where I'm telling each and every of my word you are able to repeat without any change. Then you can happily survive anywhere in the world, no problem with that.
Okay.
So simple answer, but that is, see, how do you, that's where I'm thinking, like, you're connecting the very long dots. Now before learning itself, you're thinking about the job.
Okay.
So after learning, you think about a job, it makes sense. I mean, I'm not saying like, you know, I mean, it's just for selling up the course or something like that. Just I've come out of that mode. I'm talking about in a very general manner, by the way. Okay. Now, when you are ready with the content only, you have to think about the job. But just thinking about the job, actually, or making the learning is always, a lot of people fail in this particular aspect only. Only few people, how their success is. It's just a matter of direction they look in, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, I got as a fresher, so I got a job before 1 week. So with a basic salary with 25,000 K. So is it worthy of going to fresher, or like I should go for like with an experience?
Again, I'm telling you, okay, if you're looking again on the wrong direction, money, how you can decide, by the way, right? See, when I teach it, when I teach the training, by the way, they used to pay me not even 50 rupees per hour. I think it's like 15. It's like 15 hours. It's like 500 they're paying. It's not even 50 rupees. I think 35 rupees they're paying me per hour. Okay.
Okay.
So that means, like, you know, so they are giving 35 rupees if I stop going teaching there. Today I'm not here, by the way. This Raghu never existed. Okay. So money will come, but not on day one. Someday it will come. But if you're running for money, I can't. I think you're talking to a wrong person at least. Yeah. So if you have a job with some salary, I think it's better to take it.
Okay.
Yeah. I would never look for money. Money will come. Money is my back only. I know that. It will come with me. It will back along with me. But I have to move forward. I should never look back, but I should look forward.
Okay. Okay.
It will come. Not today, one day. Yeah. Okay. You got it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hi. Hi, Raghu. Good morning.
Yeah.
So I'm having 5+ years of experience. So most of my experience is into admin related activities only. Like Tableau server admin, I worked as. Okay. So we have used AWS environment, but I'm not completely expertise on AWS services. Okay, so now some people are saying that first you need to work as a cloud engineer after, I mean, for 6 months or 1 year. Then you can easily move to DevOps. Is that correct way? Could you please suggest on this? Can I switch on to first I work as a I will work as a cloud engineer, okay, in AWS. Then after some time, can I switch to DevOps? Because I'm not comfortable with programming language. In academics, I learned Java, but yeah, in real time, I don't have much experience, hands-on experience on any programming language. So, what would you suggest?
Yeah. So for your problem, you know, so rather than hearing to your friend and me, by the way, I think some intellectuals, if they say, I think you are good, right, to understand, accept it. Now that's where the DevOps roadmap is something that I have been showing you. And if you come to the, you know, the flow, by the way, so if they look in, or if you look in, by the way, so I mean, if you really go by paper, by the way, the cloud always comes somewhere. Okay. So not immediately, by the way. Okay.
Oh.
Okay. It's always always a path of it. Okay. Or parallel path of it as well. Okay. It can't be like, you know, one after another. Okay. So See, you can do that way. I'm not saying that, that is a wrong way, but if you look at the effectiveness of the outcome, right? I think I don't believe that approach, by the way. So being a cloud engineer, you become a better DevOps guy. I disagree on that. Okay. But whereas maybe, so sometimes it is possible also, right? Because of the way he think about it and all. This matters, by the way, but if you simply so just giving to the simple, answer, whatever you're asking for, answer will be may or may not be. But if you look into the roadmap also, it comes in between or at the end also sometimes. Okay. So it's a services, right? You try to understand.
Yeah.
Even I can tell you, by the way, I can tell you. Now, let's say today you see a lot of services in the market, like let's say, especially the UPI services, right? Now you go to any shop, by the way, you see a QR code.
Yes.
It's a service that take, right? So like in the DevOps, is a cloud, by the way, it's all, you take services. Now to take the services, you should have a business behind it, right? Now the one who is keeping a QR code, now, so is having a business. Since he is having a business, he's taking the QR code. It's not like he taken the QR code, is putting the business, right? It's not possible, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's as simple as that. So services, okay, this is actually there in our local language, Telugu, there is always there, by the way. Okay. So when you actually, if you find a thread of horse, by the way, you shouldn't buy a horse. Okay. So there is a saying for that. Okay.
Got it.
It's as simple as that. Okay. So services always will come. Okay. But you should have a core business as the major thing. Okay. So learning that actually, so coming here, maybe if you look at one dimension, maybe it is okay, but not good again. But the other side, coming from the business side, is always important. Yeah.
Oh, thanks. Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Yeah.
So my query is that like we are the course is that DevOps with AWS, right? That means the servers, everything is hosted on AWS, and we are using DevOps tools that is hosted on AWS also, or that is different.
No, everything is cloud, on cloud
DevOps
only.
Tools, yeah, correct. So DevOps tools also, this Grafana, everything you told, Terraform, all of those hosted on AWS. So it is DevOps, AWS DevOps. It's not Azure DevOps, right? Because there is something like in our project, there is a requirement that we have to skill up on Azure DevOps, but they are using AWS cloud.
Don't confuse.
Yeah.
Confuse. So you need to understand the thing, like now you are saying, like, so Microsoft is one company name. Azure is a company name. Okay. So Azure cloud is different. Azure DevOps is different. Microsoft Windows is different. Microsoft Office is different. Both are same. Both are not same, by the way. It's different.
Okay.
Right? Azure as a company. Okay. So Azure as a company, Azure has Azure Cloud and Azure DevOps. Azure DevOps is a generic tool. Okay. It's not cloud, by the way.
Okay.
That's where it's a misconfusion. Its wording is a problem there. So because since they use the word DevOps, is a confusion there. But DevOps as a product they're talking about, as not that it's all tools and all. As a process they're talking about. Okay. Or maybe their side, they name the service as DevOps.
Okay.
Okay. So then your name is Prabha, but you're not Prabha, right? What is the meaning of Prabha?
Yeah.
Right? Then you named it, by the way, you never become that, right?
Correct. So
it's as simple as that. Yeah.
So in that case, like in our course, like what is the replacement of Azure DevOps? Like what are we going to learn in this course that could be replacement of Azure DevOps? Because we're not going to learn this, right? Azure DevOps. I mean the tools that can be hosted on Azure side, Microsoft. It will be everything in AWS. So learning AWS DevOps will be like because it's like what they are doing in our organization is like Azure DevOps, and it is like similar to Git and GitHub. The repos, everything are there. So but they are using CloudFormation there. So it's related to AWS. I mean, everything is hosted on AWS, but they are using version controlling, it seems. I'm not sure. They are using Azure DevOps. So what they are saying is, as it is easy to link with Outlook, Teams, and also they have chosen to use.
You can see here in which area it is coming in. So it is coming in CI/CD area. So Azure DevOps Services, ADO.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's a replacement like Azure DevOps Services and Team City. These are the same things. Okay, Jenkins. Okay, we are going to learn Jenkins. Okay,
Right.
fine. So what is then the difference between GitHub and this one, Azure DevOps then?
It's all different vendors doing the same job, right?
Okay.
But Azure DevOps is a whole ecosystem they'll provide. It's a one-shop stop for many things. Now, let's say they'll provide, so CI/CD tool, and also they'll provide some sort of artifact management tool, and they'll offer Git repositories Git hosted solutions as well. Okay, so somewhere we have seen some Git hosted solutions like GitHub. So here also it becomes alternative. They'll provide the whole ecosystem around it. So for a whole DevOps process, by the way. And again, that is itself is not enough. Like you're talking about, it's already doing calling CloudFormation or any other thing. Again, it's not one thing. Again, will do everything, by the way. So maybe 3-4 major tools that you generally use it around the ecosystem of product release. They're maintaining there in one place. So it is easier.
If anything required, we need to again install or something we have to do in Azure DevOps.
Servers again. Yeah.
Okay. So if we learn Git and GitHub, then it will be easy for us to switch to Azure DevOps also to learn.
Yeah.
And
Azure DevOps is simple, man. So probably half an hour, if you know all these things, it will not take even half an hour to learn that. It's as simple as that.
Because I have seen some similarities, great similarities between this GitHub and Azure DevOps. So I found it's more of a similarity. So I thought to choose this course.
It's always alternative.
That's it.
Yeah. So in enterprise companies, people might go with ADOs because integrations is much easier, by the way, with Active Directory and all. Okay, so permission management, all these things is easier. No doubt, that is a great tool. I do agree on that.
Correct. That's what they provide the justification. So why we are not using AWS DevOps, because anyway servers are hosted on that.
No. AWS don't have such thing.
Oh, okay.
So they do have, but those are like, so those are like 30-year-old tech stack, something like that. They look like that only. But that's not a helpful one, I'm telling you. They never integrate with the existing ecosystem. AWS cloud is different, Azure cloud is different.
Correct.
Those are the two similar things. Okay, here it is different. This is a separate product altogether, which can inject into the process of releasing the software, whereas Amazon will not have that. It doesn't have that.
Yeah. Okay. So that's of a old one, and it doesn't have some good services to compare to Azure DevOps. So
right.
They have chosen that. Yeah. Fine. So it will be helpful for me once I learn GitHub and Git, as you mentioned in this roadmap. So anyway, I'm going to teach that. So once I get familiar with that, and then it could be helpful for me to easily switch to Azure DevOps also. That's final conclusion. Yeah. Fine, Raghu. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello. Hi, Raghu. Good morning. This is Sai Swaroop. Raghu, I just wanted to ask you, actually, I currently am working in a team, a triage team. So basically, it is an engaging team. So where we use tools like ELK, YAML file, GRM, and PuTTY, or these are all things. We have also tier 2 team, they have some different tools. They have some liberty. Each and every time they are talking about the pods are clean and pipelines. So am I going in the right direction? Currently I'm working in tier 1. I don't have all those availability, accessibility. So if I learn these things, am I going in a right direction? Which I'm talking about?
Yeah. You'll be good. Yeah.
They each and every time they are talking about the pipeline, something like that.
Yeah. You will know all those things.
Acha, okay. And one more thing, if we start the training, can we interact with our other people? So for suppose I have few doubts, all doubts I might not have ask you. So if I ask some other people, is it possible? Is there anything?
Yeah. There's a Slack channel which you get an access. Plus, there's a GitHub discussions as well.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can post in discussion or you can post in Slack.
Okay. And one more thing, do we need to pay fees at a time or some
check with your organizer on that?
Achha, okay. Thank you, Raghu. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, hi Raghu, this is Anil.
Yeah.
So Are you covering Kubernetes and Terraform in depth way, or only for project requirement?
If we're talking about project means it is already in depth only. If you're not talking about a project means it is not, it's a light version.
Actually, we mentioned one project, right? And IBM project, you were saying.
Yeah.
Based on that project requirement, services you covered, or in depth way?
That's what I'm telling again. You're made up your mind, by the way, somehow. Okay. First of all, if there is a project, that means it's already in depth, by the way. If you're not implementing, it's already like, there is no guarantee that what you learned is right or not, right?
Okay.
We're already talking about a project, we talk about implementation, we talk about a zero downtime application. So that means just you're still able to see my screen, right? So what we are going to do is, a lot of people, what they'll teach you is one, they'll give you one simple hello world kind of an application. Okay, so that means they will do this. Okay, so they will have one page, by the way, so created like this. Okay, where is this? So they are going to, okay, if I were to teach without a project, by the way, what I will do is I will also make like, so simple like this, hello world, and something like this. Okay, a simple web page will be taken like this, and let it save, maybe my downloads, HTML, replace. If I were to teach this one, the DevOps course without a project, I can even take this particular one and I can complete the whole course, by the way. So we'll show you this one only, simple. Okay, a simple HTML, and we can do the things. Okay, and they'll tell you in a lazy way, by the way. Okay, lazy way in the sense they'll tell you all the options, which you never know that those are really good or not also. Okay, so but when you come to the project, by the way, is going to be completely different. Okay, so it's not going to be a simple project like this, and there'll be many components behind the scene. And if you go really look into the project as well, so so what we are going to do is we're going to do now you open index.html, how many requests you made it? One request. Let's say if I take the same index.html on a server, if I keep it, that means you make one request to that server, you got the page. A lot of people teach you on one request only. Okay, but what we do is completely different, because our project is big one, so we'll keep a lot of load onto the servers. And what we will do is, this is what we'll do. Okay, so we will send these many requests on the live traffic we'll do. Okay, so in a company you'll be having dashboards like this, monitoring. I think someone was saying in the L1 support, someone, I don't remember his name, so just Sai or someone was mentioning about right now. So they're working on the L1 support, always talking about and doing this. I think he might have this particular context around. So the dashboards will be like this, by the way. So in these particular dashboards, you'll come to know what is happening and will improve. So there were 108 errors with one approach, and that approach will change, by the way. So that comes to 0 errors after doing some, so taking approach changes and all. So this is the one. And so now you can see this. So these are the errors. And the same thing, the third one will do it on the Kubernetes also. Okay, this is the Kubernetes dashboard. So maybe we ran it for small time, so that's okay. 25,000 only it came, but 0 errors, right? So this is what I'm talking about. Okay, so that whatever the deeper thing you're talking about each and every option will never give you this insight, by the way. You're learning on a dark room, by the way. You don't know what you're being closed your eyes. Okay, they put a mask on your eyes and they're teaching you, and you're happy with that. It seems to be, right? So this is the reality, by the way. So this is how the apps will be. Okay, now you open any, so like let's say DevOps dashboard. Okay, so DevOps dashboard for application, something like that. You type in Google, it is not my data, right? So it's Google data. Now you open anywhere. So people will be making the dashboards like this. If any training, okay, is ready to show you the information like this, please go and sign up for the training. Not only mine, by the way. Okay.
Okay.
So someone should show you like this. Is the end of the day, there's a place that shows how healthy your project is. Okay. Ours is a small application. You have seen, certain versions of it only, right? So it looks a little bit simple, even it. The simplicity to make it itself will take almost like 2 months for us to make this dashboard. We had to build many things to build this dashboard to get the data here. Okay.
Okay.
So that's where the company's project, by the way, it is bigger, by the way. Have you ever used Twitter? Have you ever used Twitter? Or Amazon,
Yes.
by the way, have you ever used Amazon, like Amazon web page buying a product or something? Question to you.
Yes.
Have you ever purchased in Amazon website? Question to you. Anil, I'm asking you, by the way.
Yes, Raghu. Yes.
Okay. So do you think that, how much big the Amazon.com, the hardware, by the way, like that means like any number of services you think about, like let's say forget about Amazon also. I think you know the Netflix also, right? Netflix, simple one, correct?
Yes, correct.
Now, how do you think, how many services will be there on Netflix, by the way, do you think?
Yeah, so many services are running.
What that so many? 1 million or 1 billion or 100 or 10? What is that? How many? Just give a rough guess, to be correct. You're not a background person to give accurate answers, right? Throw some number.
Okay.
What is your mind?
Yes, I think thousands.
Thousands for simple Netflix web page. Okay, so
Millions.
that's what things are not going to be
Yes.
simple, by the way. Okay, so you can type in Google how many services, microservices,
Okay.
services that Netflix have. Maybe internet can tell us an answer for us, right? So they are giving some 1,000 number, 1,000. Okay, here I'm showing you only how many, by the way, five I'm showing here.
Okay.
Now you have 1,000 there. You join as a Netflix as an engineer, by the way, you'll see 1,000 services, and you think about your dashboards, by the way, like this, how it will be. So now coming back to the simple answer, your question you're asking, and my simple answer for that is project will only the one who will give you the insights. When someone say project already and telling you the project, so they're already taking you the deep dive, by the way. It's not just hello world. Okay. Now the problem with a lot of online trainings is whatever you say fancy trainings, by the way, so they'll always teach you something like this hello world, which is never the reality in the real world, by the way. Okay. So it's already deeper, by the way. So
Yes. So another question, are you providing any job references after completing the course? If you're not getting any calls through job portals.
you're not getting calls, how I will get it? By the way, from my references, it doesn't make sense, right? It's not logical.
Any job references, I think some consultancies tie up or something.
We have, by the way, but again, subject to availability, we'll share, definitely share if you come to know anything. It's subject to availability. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Raghu.
Right. Suresh, you're not talking.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello. Good morning, Raghu.
Yeah.
Actually, I completed my PG in last month. I completed my last semester. I'm completely fresher. Can I eligible for this course? Basically, I don't have any programming knowledge. Hello, I'm audible?
Yeah. Since you're a fresher, it has to be your call, by the way. Yeah.
Sorry?
When we want to go, since you're a fresher, it has to be your call to take this course or not. I will not suggest, because you're making a career option. So talking to the person like me who is selling the course is not a good idea. I will say yes, right? Maybe I get some money, whatever you pay, by the way. But is it going to be the right decision or not? So yeah, don't ask that question to the people like me, by the way. Maybe you talk to your well-wishers, relatives, friends, someone. Okay, well-wishers will be there. So where the commercials is not involved, talk to those persons and ensure you choose the right choice, either this or that, but you have to make a choice, but not talking to the persons who is selling the course. Okay. So our agenda is to sell the course only. I'll sell the course for sure. Right.
Okay.
Yeah. So don't take the decisions from people like that.
If I have any doubt, I didn't get in English. Can I ask you in Telugu?
I will not prefer, because we'll have international students. So like maybe this session is conducted for local Indian region. So maybe on October 15th, there is another session. So where other people from other countries, not the people who migrated from India, but other country origin people will be there. So we will not suggest you to go through local language, as long as it is keep in English.
In evenings.
No, there also the people, same people will come, right? So will not suggest you. And also, by the way, whenever you actually try to, okay, so go for any job, by the way, I don't think so. You'll talk in your language in the meetings, right? So you will not sustain. Okay.
Like,
So that means
some terminologies I didn't get now. Basically I'm fresher.
No, you have to strong, by the way. You have to make your mind strong. So you can do that. You're already talking. I don't see any problem in your communication. You're already expressing.
Okay.
You're doing good only. I don't think so you have any problem, communication problem. You have to express.
Okay.
That's your part of your job, by the way. So then otherwise, how do you face the interview? Right? So if the interview is asking you a question and you say that, I'll give you an answer in language, maybe that fellow is somewhere from some other language, how you will understand?
Okay.
Right? So that's where, okay, so I don't think so that is a sustainable way of doing the things, by the way. It will not help you in sustain. So do the right thing. You know already that the thing will fail in some day. Why to do it today?
Okay.
Yeah.
Next, an AWS is start from beginning. Or what?
We'll start from beginning only. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes, Jagan.
Hi, Raghu. Good morning. In the syllabus, it was mentioned as immutable infrastructure and mutable infrastructure and container infrastructure, which is of e-commerce project.
Yeah.
Like the tech stack, which it was of immutable and immutable was same. Does it is means of any other tools are going to be used, because the same tools was mentioned? And immutable to mutable is I don't think immutable is we cannot change. Mutable is we can change. That's
Correct. You're right. So that means we make the application. So the other diagram I was showing to someone. Now you see this. These are the three diagrams, by the way. The first one is a mutable one. The one who is changing, causing a lot of problems.
That means the services which we are going to access, we are going to change, or what?
No, services you have to change.
Okay.
But beneath the infra, if you keep it with the same all the time, we're talking about not mutable application, we're talking about mutable infrastructure.
Yes, sorry.
So that means this application is running somewhere on the infrastructure. If you keep the same infra all the time, so the operations cost is higher.
Okay.
Yes. And because you get a lot of errors around that as well. So, but the moment you start getting onto the immutable approach, then you start seeing very less problems, by the way.
So that means creating of immutable infrastructure means by using of Terraform, you are going to create. That means we are not going to hold or doing any operations on immutable, right? That means as it is of immutable, the namesake itself says that we are not going to change over. Am I in the correct page?
But someone has to make it, right?
Okay.
Yeah, there's a work involved in that. It's only about how do you deploy your application. Let's not get onto too much solution without knowing the proper data points. You will confuse. Okay. Anyhow, it's a path of our training, so you will see that. That's okay. But yeah, so the overall is basically we look infrastructure as like this only. And if you especially talk about why this Kubernetes and all, or especially the container technology is so famous because of the immutability only. The one reason it is immutable.
Okay.
So the infra also, we started adopting the same practices and we have seen good results around it. As it is possible only with the cloud, by the way. Okay. So with the on-premise and all, these strategies might not work. But with the cloud, it is possible and you can achieve the better. So that's how, why a lot of people getting onto the cloud is one simple reason. So they offer different type of approaches. Like immutability is one of the reason, in fact.
Okay.
you can make it. Yeah.
And in the third page, it was told it was mentioned as a container infrastructure, like the Kubernetes which we are going to the tool which we are going to use is Kubernetes, right? In that we are going to deploy the application or infrastructure through what it means is of KubeADM or what EKS clusters or like I'm not sure. I just want to know because sorry.
See, that's basically a question, by the way. Like, have you ever seen any company who is starting their cluster with KubeADM? I seriously doubt. No possibility. That's what is it. See, KubeADM, definitely someone has to hit it to create a cluster. No doubt in that.
Okay.
Right. But is it that you going to do that? I doubt
No.
it. Right.
No.
While you go to the cloud, by the way, the cloud guys will do it.
Yeah.
Okay. You're going to the cloud to reduce your job. Why to KubeADM and all for you?
Okay.
So just look in that context only, right? So come from the business perspective, you on the real-time project where you are going to work on real company, by the way, you never execute KubeADM command.
Okay.
Okay. I executed KubeADM command, so I know KubeADM, but there is no point in teaching you, by the way. It's not going to be useful for sure.
Yeah, that means in this course we are going to use of EKS cluster by
EKS.
use.
Yeah. You go into a cloud and again you're doing the same job. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Right. You have to use services.
Yes.
Yeah, but before to that, Minikube also will do. But that again, like I'll not show you the area of KubeADM. It's only like EKS is a bit costly. So that's where in the first version of learning the things, we'll go with KubeADM. Okay.
Yeah.
Or Minikube, by the way. That's it. Doesn't mean that I'm going to teach you KubeADM. That knowledge itself is no use, by the way. I'm telling you, trust me, as of no use. Okay. It's only for satisfactory purpose only. Okay. See, like let's say 1 minute in 1,000 days, it is going to be useful. I'm not really going to focus on that particular point. It's not a selling point as well, right? So because rather than that, you invest the time of learning KubeADM on some other tool, which is currently happening in the trend in the market, is good, by the way, right? You invest your time in the right place, you get a right returns.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. So KubeADM, especially, I'm just stressing on that particular one that is not needed.
Okay. Yeah, in the companies we usually go for EKS clusters as it is for companies money we can make but as it was a building point of our side, right? So I just want that
you want a real-time training and you're asking non-real-time approach, it's not going to help you, right?
Yeah. That's a good one.
Yeah.
And one more thing is this migration of does there is any concept or any POC kind of migrations from on-premise to cloud or cloud to some other versions or some other migration projects or something?
Yeah, we don't have that scope in the training. So we consider the project starts from as a greenfield in the cloud itself, not a migration scope.
Okay. One more one is as we are using a Helm charts, right? So does there is any cluster upgradation kind of the things, because we know the Kubernetes will be upgraded for 6 months or 1 year, or I'm not sure.
It happens seamlessly. I never seen in the last 6 years EKS upgrade caused me any problem. Seriously.
In the course curriculum,
it's a seamless process. I'm telling you, it's a seamless process. Just in the Terraform code, you change one value, it will happen even without a 0 downtime. I mean, without having a 1 minute downtime.
Okay.
Yeah, you can try that also, right? So probably you can launch the whole cluster with the older version, and you run your application. So anyhow, you will know how to run the load test in the training. You put the load on there, and you go ahead and upgrade the version and run your infra changes, by the way, while the application is running. Go ahead and check it out. You are facing any issues or not. You will not get even a single error. It can be replicated. It's not a big deal, and it's happy path of it.
Yes. And one more thing, recently I seen the video of Siva regarding of one person have got a job at Singapore, right? From your training.
Right.
So actually, what my point of question is, he has. I came to know by comments by section 8 to 9 years of experience. As I am related to 10 years of experience to person, and in this case, 4 of firmware kind, and rest is of developer profile. Now I am switching in it to DevOps. Does how many years? And I'm not showing. I'm not asking of how many years. How I'm asking, how much amount of quality we can assure by getting it. That's what the major concern.
See, it all depends. Again, this question was asked someone in the starting itself. I told, like, while you're keeping any X years of experience, no one really know that you are really with that experience really worked or not. Okay, it's only the matter of I'm claiming that I'm a 15 years of guy with a DevOps engineer. How do you come to know, by the way? Is there anywhere that you cross check?
It's not possible. It's not possible.
Yeah, that's where it's only about
Just
the
by
matter of how do you effectively say it, and as well as how do you prove it as well, right? Is as simple as that. So you need to work on that.
Okay. And regarding of cloud services, which you have mentioned, it was of IAM, S3 and VPC. It was of about creation and using in our project kind, or else of it was of AWS solution architect who will be using of hand-to-hand, end-to-end in this perspective.
We'll use in the hand-to-hand complete project, by the way. So you will have the VPC structures like this. This is a VPC structure you can see. So you'll be having different VPCs here hosted for the application, and you'll be using it.
Okay. And there is a release strategy which you have mentioned in this syllabus kind, right? Does it is of similar to upgradations kind? Like that means in branching strategies we'll be using of release branches and something kind, right? It was similar as I'm thinking so.
I don't believe in release branching, by the way.
Okay.
Because again, I come from a philosophy of trunk-based development. Okay. There's a trunk-based development.com. Okay. So from trunk-based-development.com is there. So there is a detailed discussion on, so why a release branch is not a good idea. Okay. If you're a true developer or want to become a effective developer, by the way, so this is one of the document that it's must and you should read it. And you have to change your opinion that release branches is not going to help for every business again. Okay. Yeah, it may be to some certain business process, by the way, but not to everyone. And majority, it doesn't fall into this area at all. So maybe you can take a look onto that. But yeah, so we talk about it, but it's not a release branches. We have other strategies. We'll go with that.
And in Python, you mentioned it will be we are going to use a Python. Does it is a kind of object-oriented Python scripting, or else when I seen the repos of DevOps one, I seen basic fundamentals. Does it is a similar kind, or else OOPS-oriented? Why? Because in automations we might be using of object-oriented programming of Python as well.
No, for automation, OOPS concept is never used.
Okay, fine. Yeah, that's very good.
Sorry?
Yeah, if it is not used, means it's good to me.
Yeah.
And one more, what it is. Oh yeah, the monitoring tools Prometheus or Grafana ELK. These two only are we using any other Jobix or Splunk? No?
Sorry?
Any other monitoring tools other than these two?
There's always any other. In our course, we don't have.
Okay, why means in the syllabus it was mentioned as project 1 and project 2, but in the web page there is immutable, mutable, and container orchestration infrastructure. In these three, we are going to use of Python only, right?
We'll use Prometheus, not Python. Monitoring your
yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. Prometheus only.
Okay.
I don't think so. You have good alternative to Prometheus in the market. Especially look at the Prometheus stack as a vertical. Okay. You don't have any alternative in the first place.
Yes. Because some other persons in interviews when I'm just seeing because of any other monitoring tool they're asked.
Yeah.
And what it means of DocDB in the AWS landing zone kind?
Don't worry about too many things at this point of time. Okay.
Yeah,
So you'll
yeah,
naturally
yeah.
know about so any questions related to the program, you ask it. Details, you know,
Yeah.
like you don't need to double click at this point of time because explaining also maybe
Yeah,
too much
yeah,
to
yeah,
digest.
yes, yes, I got it. Yeah.
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 Clear?
Yeah.
All right.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1 second. Hi Raghu. Actually, once we join in the course, suppose if you want to interact with others, like any problem or discussion or conceptual discussion like that, is it possible? Means now you are hiding each and everybody. Same thing will happen in the after joining the course also. Or,
live session, it will be the same mode only. But after the session, you will be onboarded to Slack channel where you can always interact with other people.
okay. If I want to call somebody, can I call also through Slack channel?
No, I don't think so. We have a call support in Slack, by the way.
Okay,
Yeah.
and we can communicate personally also. So, for example,
why do you need that in the first place?
suppose I have a doubt and I stuck up with some problem.
Talk to the trainer only, right? While you're having access to God, by the way, why you need a priest?
No. Your examples are irrelevant. See, listen to me once. See, today you told about some.
The concept which is told by the person is a trainer, by the way. While you have access to the trainer, why you need to take a bypass and go to another person and take his another wrong version or maybe right version? Because
Yeah,
the right version is always with the trainer.
I will tell you, I will let you know. See, today morning you told about the S3 bucket, AWS S3 bucket. Okay. So after class was completed by 8:30 and I am practicing at 10 o'clock, I stuck up with something and I posted in the Slack channel. At 11 o'clock, somebody said that, like that, somebody said that we can resolve this like that. So in that case, I can't wait till night 9 o'clock.
You have to. Because in between you get the answer. We're not saying you'll not get the answer, right? You are imagining.
Yeah. Suppose if he is interested to help me, for example,
there
then
are people you will get the help. I'm telling you, you will get the help, by the way. But they don't stick with that help only is what I'm telling, by the way. Even I'll be there, I'll answer your question. In between, before 9 o'clock, I'll be there, I'll answer. Okay.
Yeah. See, all these 100, 200 members want to interact with you. It may become a rush also. Suppose if I want to help somebody like that, if we
you help it, we are not stopping you at all.
That's what I'm saying. You can we interact personally like that. Now, if you want,
we don't recommend. That's what I'm telling you. We don't recommend. You put it on the chat. Everything you make it transparent, right?
Yeah.
Put it on the chat. That's fine.
Yeah, sharing the screen. Suppose I want to help somebody. Suppose he can share the screen.
Express in the chat only. Express in the chat.
Yeah.
See, it's all about opinion of principles, by the way. I'm coming with a lot of experience dealing with many people. I know what I'm talking about. Okay. I know you also have your own concern, needs to be addressed, but I'm telling you, it comes already gave an example. It's about you, by the way. Why do you need to worry about helping others, by the way? You don't bother. You came here, you're paying the fee for learning, by the way. You do the learning. You go away with the learning. Okay. If you want to help to other people, it's an additional thing, which is not mandatory that you need to do, by the way. And I'm not going to pay you anything for that, right? First you came here for the training to learn from me, learn and go away, by the way. That's fine.
No, you're going in different ways. See, let me tell you clearly. See, that's what
you
I'm
don't
saying.
do that. You have a question, you reach me, I'll help you. That's it. It's as simple as that. You know, to really go with all the dimensions, by the way, solving all the problems, whatever we have in the world. Don't worry about it. You come to the training, you pay for DevOps knowledge, you get it from me. Okay, you have any question, cross check with me, get clearance, and you're done. So rest of the other things is all optional, by the way. It's not mandatory things. At least this point, are you clear? Will you be able to do that?
Yeah, that's okay.
Rest
See,
is bonus, by the way. There's no guarantee that you do it, you get it, or you don't get it.
no, what
Don't
I'm
worry.
saying. No, what I'm saying is, suppose I got some doubt. Is other guy want to ask me to share the screen? Is it possible?
Don't do that. First place, I'm telling, we have an ecosystem in a place that you don't need to really share the screen at all. First point. Okay. So it will be done without sharing the screen. Anyone can connect to any servers without any problem. So it can be done, by the way. So you are coming with a bare minimum. I mean, you're asking 10%, I'm giving you 100%, which you are not able to accept it. That's a simple thing I'm trying to say.
So if I want to share the screen, it should happen with you only, not
Again,
that's what you are saying.
Again, we are talking about only one particular point. There are many things, by the way, I'm telling you, which you don't need to share the screen at all in the first place. Okay, there's nothing local in your desktop, by the way. Why do you need to share the screen? There's nothing in your desktop. It's everything on the cloud, right? You're going to learn
Even though it's
everything on the
cloud,
cloud.
yeah, even though it is cloud also, then I have to share my screen. Otherwise,
No need. That's what I'm telling, by the way. My ecosystem of learning lab experience will never need to share anything, by the way. Okay, put a screenshot is fine. That from there, anyone can solve any problem.
Yeah, I suppose you will put screenshot. No, so I will tell. Suppose you won't get.
No, I will get it. I'm telling. How do you imagine that you won't get it? I will get it. You put a screenshot, I'll know the problem.
No, not you. Somebody. So
somebody is optional. You're talking about somebody. Always somebody. By the way, you talk to me, boss. I'm your trainer. You talk to me. You have a problem, you talk to me. Why you need a middle person is what I'm trying to tell.
So you're also working person now, so you might.
I will answer. It's my job. Okay, I'll answer. Maybe less or minus time, by the way. By the way, I'll answer. Don't worry about it. First, there is no problem. You're talking about so many problems. There is no problem in the first place. Okay, maybe this same discussion I'm ready to accept with you. Maybe after let's say 10 days you use the approach. There's a really long of gap, by the way, in answering the questions, and you're really wasting your time. Then I'm ready to accept the discussion. Today is not the right time for the discussion at all, because you never seen it, you never experienced it. You're always talking something on imagination, which is never the reality.
No, see, boss, before paying the fees, you should be clear. Otherwise, after once you take fees, then
that much I'm giving you. By the way, I mean, it's up to you whether you join the course or not. It's completely up to you. I don't judge your opinion, by the way. See, my point is, okay,
that's what. See,
put a question. It's my responsibility to answer it. As simple as that. I'm completely compliant. Complied there, by the way. So it's accepted. You put a question, I'll answer. That's it. You don't worry about answering others, someone, sharing the screen. It's all unnecessary things. These are not the things that you're paying for. You're paying for the course. You have a question, you have a right to ask, and you will get the answer. That much is assured. The rest all unnecessary. I think you're just deviating yourself, by the way, from the actual path.
No, not only me. That everybody, most of the people have the same doubt only.
No, how do you imagine? Tell me, so the question which you asked, by the way,
that is not
there's 30 more people who ask the different questions, which is not the same question. How do you imagine that everyone will have the same question?
Yeah, once we join, that is, each and every should once we join in the
no, sir, you need to at least made your mind, by the way. That's what, if you are looking for, if you have any question, if your trainer is okay to accept it, and if trainer is if trainer is telling you don't have any problem, right?
Okay, then
yeah. So then you still, it's up to you, by the way. That much is not only to you, by the way, since the point came in, it's coming to everyone now to generalize the point. Anyone have any question, you post it, you get the answer from the trainer. Maybe if others are responding, that's their wish. That's okay. But don't rely on that answer. It always has to be trainer and you. That's it. Clear?
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Yeah, right.
Hi, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is Priya. I have done my BSc Computer Science in 2023. That is just 2 months back. So I chose this DevOps as career. But is there any required to have prerequisites to learn this course?
No need. The course starts from zero. No problem.
Okay, if so, then I will start in these 15 days. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah, that I will share anyhow.
Yeah, okay, that's it. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm Rikesh. I have 3 years of experience in IT.
Yeah.
After how many months can you start giving interviews?
It's all about when you learn, by the way, right? When you completed your learning, it's completely dependent on you. So let's say if I keep like an average person, so consistently doing the practice, so maybe it takes minimum 6 months easily to gain all the
Okay.
knowledge. And from there you can. So the simple answer is when you are done with your learning, you can go with the interviews.
No, it's not live session style, it's a recorded ones.
No, it's live session only.
It takes 6 months to complete the live sessions, right?
No, 3.5 months to complete the live sessions. Okay, maybe I'm not sure. Did I overheard you, by the way? So if you asked about how long the training course goes with, it's 3.5 months.
Got it. And how much CTC increment we can expect in DevOps especially?
So it all depends depends upon many factors again. So there is a market numbers will be there, and apart from that, there is some so exceptions also will be there as a part of recruitment, by the way. Okay, there are people who took 100%. At least when I been switching, by the way, I almost took 120% hikes also I have taken. Okay, so that again, everyone got it again. Maybe some people got even more than me also, right? So it's all again depends upon individual performing. Okay,
Yeah, like
performance and all.
my doubt is like there are some other technologies, right? Like big data, data science, like whether DevOps can compete with that, or companies or recruiters think that since it is not like I'm asking, my doubt is whether DevOps is worth of that technologies or like that. Since I don't know about this, I'm asking.
DevOps is worth for, sorry?
No, it's like I know big data and data science are booming right now. Whether the same applicable for DevOps also, or it's something different.
No. So the data versus DevOps is not, I don't want to compare it as two apples, by the way, in the very first thing. Okay. So because the number of opportunities looking for, or the number of opportunities opening for engineering roles versus data roles is always engineering win that in that manner. Okay. Engineering roles are always more than data roles. Okay. Okay, so maybe I'll just talk about typically my organization. So maybe I have 450, infra engineers working. I hardly see 15 or 17 people around data, by the way. Okay. Though we are a consulting firm. Okay. So, and comparing with the developers, so the developers may be like 4,000 people. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So it's always like that. So exactly because in that aspect, by the way, if you compare, maybe finding a resource itself is very difficult, and appropriate resource is very difficult. Maybe in that aspect, some data side guy can get paid more because that resource is really needed, because this people itself is very less in the market with a good knowledge kind of a thing. Maybe they can get paid high as well, and that applies to DevOps as well. That's what I'm telling. Okay, so if I'm really finding out the effective resource, okay, I will definitely go out of the budget and I'll allocate for him to get it recruited. No doubt in that. There is always a skill-based recruitment which is happening in the market. And simply to answer it, it does not, for the straightforward question which you asked, by the way, DevOps will compete with, of course, yes, it's always competition, right? I mean, well, pulling the resource is always a competition. Like, it doesn't really matter to the data or DevOps. If the guy is actually more than qualified what we're expecting, we'll try to get him for sure. And again, that depends, by the way. Some companies can't extend the budget. You go to a big company, like let's say big consulting company, like, so like let's say TCS or Wipro, they'll not bother about your skill at all. They need a head count. They will not pay you, right?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. So it's like that, by the way.
Okay, okay. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Hi Raghu, this is Mahesh.
Yeah.
We are learning two projects, right? That projects will help in if we join in a company. That projects will help in real-time projects.
Second project, yes. First
Second-
project is only to give you the comfort of how to deal the things. Second
Okay.
project is important. Yeah.
Like if I join in some company, work in some projects, right? That will help in that projects, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Same real-time projects.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Raghu.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, hi Raghu.
Yeah.
So this pre-training is from October 1st to October 8th, right?
No, it is from starting from October 15th.
Okay, actually I got a mail like uh, so the pre-demo is from October 1st to October 8th.
Pre-demo from October 1st. I'm not sure. Check with organizer once. The actual session starts from
Yeah, that is main demo. The actual session I know, but the what I am asking the pre-demo.
pre-demo is today and it is
Like
completed.
yeah, today only.
It's
Yeah,
complete.
today only, or it is continue this week. That
No,
I'm
no.
asking.
That's what. Check with the organizer if they have any other plans.
So how can I? Hello.
Yeah.
Raghu, how can I check with them?
So probably in that email you'll find out a mobile number. So text them, WhatsApp them.
Okay. Yeah. Actually, I posted some doubts. Uh, Actually, any live project like assignment kind of things, because actually you explained the two projects in the training, that is fine. But as my point of view, if I done any project that is better than that, right? So then only we can consider like.
There is a lot of noise from your side. I'm hearing more of it than your voice.
Okay.
Can you come side and maybe where the noise is not there? Can you talk?
Now is it fine?
Yeah.
Okay. Actually, the live project which you are explaining, right? The two projects. Yeah, that is fine. But so that is not sufficient, I'm thinking. So whichever I done, right, the like kind of assignment kind of things. So then only we can get some knowledge. So just explaining the project is not sufficient like that, I'm thinking. So what about, I mean, what your
Yes.
point?
So maybe your understanding is wrong. So basically, in a way that basically because our approach is greenfield approach, that means we're not going to bring any pre-built project or pre-developed code, everything. So before your own eyes only, we'll develop everything. Okay. So that's where even you have to replicate the same thing in your lab. So that itself will not give you enough time to, catch it up by the way to the next session. Okay. There's a lot of lag in that usually from the regular people. Okay. So that is where, okay. So the approach we're taking is greenfield approach. We'll start from scratch. Maybe today, 1.5 hour, maybe a 1 hour, I have done some work around to develop that particular project. The same thing is expected to replicate back in your account. That itself will face challenges. Like someone was asking, so the things will not work. And yes, those will definitely will come because the first time you're doing it, you may miss a small thing also. It can cause a lot of problem. Okay. So that is where it's not like completely like, so just explanation by the way. So we'll implement right from scratch and you will see that and you have to replicate in your account. And from there also still you want to gain more expertise and, so no, you want to do something on your own from scratch, just do reach out to me. I can give you another project. So which is fine. You can do it.
Yeah, that is nice actually. Very good. Yeah. If you provide like that, that is I mean.
First complete the things which is with guidance. Okay. So like a tender. Okay. So maybe your kid is there. Maybe first 1 year, after 6 months, you hold his hand, not after 10 years, right?
Yeah.
It's like that only. Just for some time, you bear with me, holding the hand. So in getting it completed with this particular project, and after that, if you really want it, I'll help you. Don't worry.
Okay. Yeah. On screen, what is the difference between the green and the purple colored one? Actually, some in the path, right? So some of the tools are in green and some of the tools are in purple color. Tick mark.
Purple color
I'm
is a
asking.
recommendation. These guys,
Oh, okay.
roadmap.sh guys, recommendation.
Okay. The green color is must and should,
Alternate.
right?
Alternate.
Alternate. Okay. The recording sessions are, I mean, the accessibility, I mean, like till the course or after ending the course also lifelong accessibility is there?
After course also you'll have access, and after course also there is one query session will run every day.
Okay.
So I am hoping that, so 3 months of the training, 3.5 months of the training, you will not be able to complete your practical part with the same project we are talking about, by the way. So within your own lab, you will not be able to do it. Okay. So definitely you need more time as well. So that session also will be there all the time, even after completing the session. So that means after the completing the session also, I'll be there for you for other interactions.
Okay, this question is for only for you only, because actually you are actually have great experience in the DevOps field, right? So actually in the DevOps field, I mean, I think so it will be like 4 to 5 years. Recently only DevOps will come, right? So before that, what is the DevOps history and what is the feature you are thinking, like, I mean, DevOps? Is there a totally DevOps is changing in future, or any just adding the skills only, adding the tools only? Totally DevOps will collapse and next to the new things will come. That thing. You understand my question, right?
Yeah. So first of all, you need to understand these engineering roles is not there from today. So these engineering roles are there the moment when people started making the applications, and it falls back to 1980s, by the way, not today. Okay. So right from not 1980s also, you have to call it as 1970s. Okay. From 1970s, where this particular mainframe, I mean, if I talk about mainframe, even I have to go 10 years before also. Oh, let's talk about the Unix world especially. So from 1970s, so the people are hosting the applications, developing the applications and hosting the applications. And for those particular things, so the engineers were always there. Okay. And the evolution is there. So so the developer in 1970, he's doing a COBOL language. Now he's doing maybe a Java or Golang or something like that. Okay.
Okay. So I'm talking
his role, however, his role is evolved.
Yeah.
This engineer role also has been evolved in many areas. So today it is DevOps, and today DevOps is not new, by the way. It was almost there from 2006, 2007, that time itself. Okay. So maybe you heard about this time in these years.
Yeah, I'm asking what is before 2016, and if is there any, I mean, in future, is there any small changes in the DevOps, or is there any completely DevOps will change into, I mean, any other tool is replacing with the DevOps? That I'm asking in future. Just adding some things in the DevOps or totally change. I mean, it replaced with a new AI something.
Again, I'm talking the same thing. Okay. So evolution is part, by the way. So you are not the same at 1970 in 2023, and in 2043 or 2050, you'll never be same, by the way. It's a part of evolution. Your age increases, and the process and tools and all will get matured, whether it is with the AI or without AI, it will improve, no doubt in that. And you should be in that particular game too. Okay, so to continue, by the way.
There is no totally, the only evaluation is there, but there is no totally replacement is there, not there. That I'm asking.
No, engineer roles always there, by the way. At least if we talk about the existing data points, okay, it always continues. But all of a sudden tomorrow, like maybe some beautiful product came in replacing the whole DevOps guy. I can't guarantee. I'm not a prediction guy, right?
Acha, okay, that possibility also there.
I can't say that. You can't. There's a possibility tomorrow someone can come in and say that, so the moon, okay, we'll take you to the moon in 30 minutes. Okay.
Okay.
It's the possibility is there. Right? Someone can announce you, right? But to make it to the reality, by the way, it takes very long time. So that's where
very long time.
Yeah. So that's where always will change. It will not change. Things are not like, first of all, make your mind that things will change. No doubt in that. And make your mind saying that, so things will change. I'll be in the change, and you'll be there.
Yeah, that makes sense. Correct. Is there any additional requirement for practice? No, right?
Additional requirement means?
Requirements means, I mean, like for SAP, we need SAP server, like that. I mean, there is no requirement for this, for practicing this. Only one laptop is fine, right?
Yeah, you're taking everything from cloud. Requirement is there, but it is from cloud.
Yeah, that's what I want. Okay, nothing else.
Yeah,
Nothing
yeah.
else.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I mean, what about Siva? I mean, totally you are taking the class, Raghu, throughout the 3 months, or any Siva involvement is there?
No.
Actually, I saw so many videos in Siva videos. That's why I'm asking.
Right, yeah, of course.
Just for interest. Okay.
Technical live sessions I will conduct, by the way. Yeah.
Acha, okay. There is no involvement of Siva, right?
Yeah. So Siva's involvement is, is in out of training, by the way, like not in the live session. His contribution maybe will be out of sessions.
Acha, any other additional, like resume preparation kind of things you are taking? Right?
Yeah. Some part even I'll take care, but yeah. So live training things I'll take care. So technology related technical things I'll take care.
Okay, self scripting and all also you only take it, right?
See, live session is mine. It's me.
Understood. Yeah. Okay. When can I expect the syllabus, right? Whatever the syllabus you presented in the, web. So that syllabus overview in the first demo, can I expect, right?
Overview means?
Overview means, actually here, the so many people are talking, regard doubts they are asking, right? So what I understood is they are coming from some other domains. So they are working in 9 years, 8 years, 5 years. They are coming from some other domain. They don't know what is Jenkins, what is the DevOps, what is, they don't know anything. So high cycle you shown in the, right? That in the cycle you shown, right? In the screen sharing, what is the apps, what is the kind of things. So what is what, if you know, right, overview. So then whenever the classes, right, that time we can understand, okay, this is this, what is what, like that we can understand, right? So I'm asking just
now, what
simply
is that related to
overview.
your overview point?
Overview point means, so what is, in second day you are explaining something like Jenkins. Third day you are explaining GitHub. So what is GitHub and what is DevOps, and we can relate to throughout the cycle, right? You show me you can share the screen, right?
Oh, I'm not sharing the screen, sorry.
Yeah. Here the DevOps first one, roadmap.
Yeah. Now, I did not get your question. I am clear about what is I kept it, by the way. What is your confusion? I'm not sure.
Yeah, actually, what is the Jenkins? What is the Docker? What is the Kubernetes? What is the GitHub? So where it will be? So this and all, actually, we can learn Terraform and Jenkins. We can learn 1 week for Terraform, like that. That is fine. So what is, this throughout all the terminology, we can cover it with the 1 day, right? So initial day. So what is what? So that, when can I expect that?
See, can is always there, by the way. I can go on the wrong side of the road. Can always there. Okay. But will we go on the wrong side of the road? I just making a funny conversation, by the way. Don't take me wrong. So basically, like, can I go on the wrong side of the road? Can you go on the wrong side of the road?
No, actually,
can use a word can always go in any direction, by the way, right? So try to understand. I can go on the wrong side of the road. Who is stopping me, by the way? Maybe police will come and stop me. If police is not there, I can still go, right? So when you ask me, can I go on the wrong side of the road? There's always the possibility is there. But your mind is telling that will you go or not? A simple answer, you're saying no. The same thing I'm trying to tell, by the way. If you ask me the overview, can you give it on 1 day? The can is always there. It is possible, but will not go. That is what I'm trying to tell. Because what's the question you're asking me is for me looking like a wrong road.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, the first window you can open. I will explain. First web, first one. Here actually we don't know what is. I mean, like
You
here
will
the
learn.
path is there, right?
You will learn. I already
Oh.
made my path, by the way. So that is roadmap.ss guy's path.
Okay.
Okay, this is not mine, right? So I told this is the
Yeah.
reference I'm taking.
Yeah. Here VCS something is there, no? The path is there, right? So that path I need overview. That version control system VCA. What is VCA? What is the how to set up? How to container? What is container?
This
I
is
don't
the
know
path of
actually
our training.
Okay.
Are you seeing this?
No, not this one. The first one.
First one is not mine,
Roadmap.
sir. First thing. First one is not mine. It's not mine.
Okay. We need to supposed to cover all that thing, right?
This one.
Yeah. It will cover, right?
That's what we're covering here, right?
Yeah, that's right. Understood. So this chart, I mean, in one day, I mean, in 1 hour, I can explain. Can I expect, right? What
But
is
what is the outcome? What is the outcome? Okay, fine. I'll explain. What is the outcome?
That outcome is so what what in future what I am on learning I can now itself. So what is my goal? What is my the
Is already
what
given
I'm
there here. So let me put this way. Is already given here. That means it gives a context that one day we'll cover the topic.
okay? What in future I'm going to learn?
See, try to listen, by the way. You're putting your point. So also hear my words a little bit.
Okay.
You're
sure.
okay. So this document is given to you and kept the topics here, right?
Yes. Yeah.
That means this gives a sight that in future you're going to learn this topic.
Understood.
Right?
Yes, correct.
That's clear, right? So then why the overview?
Overview means just I mean, if I Terraform, I don't know what is Terraform.
Okay, we'll when we actually go there, we'll talk about it. What is there? There's a philosophy. Okay, there's a philosophy in general world, and general people will follow is one of the philosophy. I'm not sure whether you heard about it. In a lot of movies, also, at least if you watch English movies, you'll come across this word. So they'll say that so we'll see when we cross the bridge.
Okay.
There's a philosophy.
Understood.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Yeah, Raghu.
Okay. Our journey is there. One day we'll see it. Now just learning what is
I'm
Terraform at this point of time, I don't think so. It will give you any advantage, by the way.
I'm
go
asking
by reality.
so yeah, understood. Your point is makes sense. Actually, what I am asking exactly that is conveyed or not, I don't know. Actually, in the textbook, the first page is overview and the last page is summary. That the first page overview I'm asking. That is fine. I understood your concern.
Yeah, this is also my first page is also clear, by the way. Terraform is there. First page, Terraform is there. What is Terraform?
Understood.
You have to go to that book page by page.
Okay. But by enthusiastic, actually, first day only, I need to know what is Terraform, what is Docker, what is Kubernetes.
You will not understand. That's what I'm telling. Terraform in 1 minute you are learning. There is no such language. But naturally, organically, if you do it, okay. What I will do is naturally I'll take you there. Okay. And put you in a situation where you need Terraform. So then you will digest it in a better way.
Okay, understood. Makes sense. Understood. The last question, Raghu. Actually, what about the work from home opportunity in the DevOps? The last one.
Work from home is a it's a bad thing. First thing, okay. For anyone who want to improve in the life, work from home is the worst option. First thing, okay. And if it is your liking, I don't disagree with your. I mean, I don't deny your opinion, by the way. But my opinion, if you ask me, if you ask as a human being, okay, so as my version of human being, work from home is a very dangerous option that you are closing all your opportunities, by the way, to you. You may get it, you may not get it. That's a second version, second step on that. But since you raised a concern, work from home is a very disaster, by the way. It's a disaster only. It's not a survivable solution at all. Maybe one day in a week, one day in a month is okay, depends upon the things. But the person without a discipline who is working in the work from home is never going to be a long-term surviving person, by the way. He will just simply get outdated. So simply sitting his in four walls room. That's it. He'll live his in his own dream, by the way. He'll never see the outside world. So coming out is the only opportunity. Okay.
So every I mean, DevOps person is continuously in the meeting. I heard about that continuously in meeting, continuously connecting with the world. I am thinking, is it not correct?
What is that? Sorry.
Actually, the DevOps person, every time it continuously connect with the world, because actually they are in every time in the meeting, so communicating with the people. So even if they went to office also, they are doing the same work, right? So there is no difference, I'm thinking.
See, that's what I'm telling. I don't disagree because your data points is different mine, by the way, right? So I sit in a consulting firm and work in a consulting firm. So I definitely know that, so my effective communication, if I visit the client office and see the client face and I put my presentation, is completely different versus while sitting in the room and I'll deliver it. Okay. So, okay. So that is where the effectiveness will not be there. See, when you ask me whether the job is done or not, job is done.
Okay.
But is it done in an effective way? And I have a version saying that it is not an effective way, very long term, by the way.
Acha, if that is my requirement, means what is your suggestion?
I won't go. At least if you ask my personal choice, I already told you work from home is a disaster.
Disaster.
It's a
Okay.
disaster only. Yeah, yeah. So
If that is the I mean option I'm going for, means so
it's your choice. I don't deny. You ask my opinion. I'm telling my opinion. You can pick it up if you want. That's okay. I'm not.
yeah, that is possible in the here, right?
Oh, this is possible everywhere. Why only applicable to DevOps as a separate guy? By the way, is as a part of IT industry, right? So that it
No,
applies to
there
other
is
guy
no.
to me as well. If any company is offering work from home, it will not offer only for the DevOps guy. Any role in that company, they'll offer the work from home.
No, I saw so many things. I mean, so many the domains. There is no option at all.
Name one.
In the VLS domain, analog engineer, digital engineer.
Because they work on the devices. You talk about the industry, the person who is working.
No. Actually, the design means so there is no need. Actually, we are working on one tool.
So that means during COVID, like 6 months lockdown, they didn't work actually from work from home. I'm not sure. I didn't know that, but that's why I'm asking you.
No. Even in the actually in our office also, DevOps people, there is no work from home. That's why I'm asking.
I think it's not a reasonable point to discuss, by the way. It's a very simple point. If company allows, you will work. If not allow, you'll not work. And if you want to work for only for the companies who offer it, you apply for that positions itself. That's it. There's no this discussion between you, your opinion, my opinion here.
No, actually, this is a possibility is there or not. That's why
I will not know. My company in my team. Okay, if anyone want to work from home, I'll not even pick him from my project at all. I want him on the bench. Okay. That's it. You ask me, by the way. You ask some other person, yes, he will say that no, it does not really matter. For me, anywhere, any person, anywhere he can work, I'm okay. Yes, it is his opinion. I don't mind. If you ask me, by the way, my road tell me that, so that's a disaster, and I want anyone to be on the table only.
Acha, sure, makes sense. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Anyone? Any other questions? One more hand. Ramesh, you raised your hand. All right. Anyone? Any other questions?
Sir?
Yeah.
Sir, my passed out year is 2021. I completely fresher, sir. Is there any opportunity for only experienced persons or only freshers, sir?
You don't need to ask me. You open Naukri and you type it, right? So that's it. Did you type it? Naukri. So this is the place where you get, at least in India, if you're I'm hoping you're in India. So this is a place you wanted to have it. So you type DevOps engineer and select an experience. Fresher is there. So location does not matter you, I think. For a fresher, I hope you can go anywhere. So, and I see some 37 opportunities came into this area, by the way. So that means the opportunities are there. Right?
Yes.
Yeah. but maybe less, by the way. So if it's the same thing, you keep it for experience, you'll see more. But yeah, that's okay. But yeah, but overall fresher market is down. I think the one which is affecting with the market, since you're fresher, you mentioned about it. So I'm telling you, so with my understanding of the things around the majorly, like, you know, so the person who is affecting because of artificial intelligence in the market is the fresher. Okay. So not any working guy so far did not got affected too much around AI, but fresher is because he needs time, by the way, so to kind of ramp up him and make him, you know, so get to the project and all, it takes some time. So that investment companies are trying to do it on the AI, by the way. So is there any AI kind of a thing? We'll do it. But again, like at some point they have to recruit the manpower, no doubt in that. But immediate, like if you talk about this year, next year, I feel like the badly affected person is fresher because of the artificial intelligence. And again, it's my way of understanding with the little knowledge around I have with the market, by the way. Okay. It's not completely true also, maybe. Okay. But yeah, so this is what is going to happen. But yeah, no other option. So, but if you ask me, just as straightforward answer, will there be an opportunities for fresher? The answer is yes. You will find it some other way. But you appear for, see, I always look like this. Either with respect to the person, whether it is a fresher or an experienced guy, when you appear for an interview, you should make sure you are the right person.
Okay.
Okay. So that means you apply right. That means if it more feasible for your request, just like they show the DevOps engineer, you kind of apply it. Rather than that, you understand what is this one, and you map with your skill that, hey, whether I'm really the matched person for this particular one, and you probably match person in the terms like you know, your knowledge, your skill, what you learned, and all those particular things, you keep it and you apply it. And when you appear for that, you need to ensure that you're not failing at any cost. Okay. So that much preparation you have to do. Okay. So then you do it, I think it is fine. So as a fresher or someone, some other way people can survive. That's okay.
Sir, some companies providing internship, right, sir?
Internship people will provide, but internship is only for the persons who is doing the academics, not after completion of that academics, right? At least if I think about the internship as a meaning.
Yes, sir.
Right. So while you are maybe in the college, maybe your last year while you're doing the project, you do the internship with the company and understand the data from the company, and you take the data and project it to the your university that, you know, so hey, this is what is the learning I had from the industry, and you know, so this is what it is, and this is what is my improvement suggestion around this, and this is my project. And of course, in the colleges, it won't happen that way. You go to someone, you copy one paper and you build it around it, which is actually the wrong thing we're doing. And internship actually comes from that area. You go to the company and you kind of work with the people and understand it. You learn something, and you probably go and present that to the university saying that here is my learnings and here is my opinions and here is the changes. And this can be the outcome can be changed after applying this particular one. These all make you kind of a presentation, and your project will come into picture. So that level internship will come. But after your job, internship, I don't think so. It is mostly, what is that called as? You will be in probation. Okay. Kind of a period, by the way. So you will be provided the job with salary or without salary. You'll be in probation period. So where the people will evaluate your testing and all. And probation also applies to other people. There is another wording actually. So I don't remember. Yeah. So, but whatever it is, yeah. So that's how trainee or something like that people may be using. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Anyone? Any other questions? I'm hoping on the Q&A section, I answered most of the questions. If you have any other questions, maybe it's already very late, man. Okay, good discussion. Any other questions?
Hello.
Yeah.
Hi, Raghu. This is Monica.
Yeah.
Question is, actually, you already said that it requires 6 months to become a DevOps engineer after you take this course. Some My question to you is, how much time does it really takes for me to get a job as a DevOps engineer after this? I purchased this course from you.
That is completely depends upon you, how quick learner you are, right? So you only know about you better rather than me, correct?
Yeah, actually, I'm ready to put my 6 months of my complete time on this course because I want to get a job.
6 months you are, see whether it is 6 months or 1 year, you can't evaluate at this point of time. So that's what I'm trying to tell. Now, for an example, what is your education?
Yeah, my passed out year is 2018, and I'm graduated in ECE engineer.
EC, and with a percentage of
75.
72. So that means 28% you have not targeted, by the way.
Yeah.
Right. So that means to target that 28%, like let's say to 72, get the 72%, how much hours of studying you are doing?
Yeah. See, it's been 6 years that I have.
You just remember your life only, right? You might have remembered how many hours that you studied to gain the 72%.
I think it's been 3 or 4 hours, just like.
Just 3 to 4 hours. Apart from college, or
no, in college time
no, college is basically you go to the class. That means you will have
apart from college.
You have some 8 hours you go in the college.
Yeah.
Okay. So that means 3 to 4 hours only you kept it to get the 72% after the college, right? So
Yes.
that means here also, like, so just compare the same numbers, by the way. That means now if you would have kept like another 3-4 hours, you would have become near to the 100% easily, right? If that the 72% only you make it like from just to 3-4 hours, I think the remaining 28%, even if you would have kept like 1 hour more, you would have got the
Yes, your point is correct, but college.
So my point over there is, on the same person, you're the higher percentage in your class, or so there is some
No,
other.
I'm not only the.
Is there any other person with a higher percentage in your class?
Yeah, so.
Like what was the percentage?
It was like 82, I think.
82 maybe, right? So that means that person is definitely making harder work than you, correct?
Yes.
Or maybe he's a more gifted person with more. I'll not call it as a gifted, by the way, more focused person. Yeah. More focused person, I would say, right? So that means that much focus you bring in, okay? And you, the whole point, just give me a minute, just. Yeah, so let me conclude. So there are many points here, so which I asked and you answered, by the way. So now going back to the question, now 6 months or 1 year, it does not really matter. It's about you, by the way. So I mean, in the in the college that, so you're saying like, so some X amount of time you keep it to gain that particular percentage. And here also, okay, so it always depends upon the person. So one person keeping 3-4 hours may be able to complete in 6 months. And some persons maybe keeping the same 3-4 hours may take 8 months, by the way. And again, depends upon the person. Okay. And in your same class, why I'm telling you this is, even though the other persons actually who kept 3-4 hours of time may scored only 50% like me. Okay. So it is all depends upon the individual person.
Yeah. Okay. College study is different, but surviving in the market,
I don't think so. We are making it as a different. That's the problem, by the way. Okay. This is recently one of the interview also I was just looking in. This American people will sell the project, will sell any product of $25, can sell for $100. They are very good in marketing. Okay. Now, whereas Indian people actually who come from the Indian education, so people, $100 product also they'll sell it for $25, and even feel that, they'll pity on the customer that, so they sold it for very high.
This is the scenario.
It's all about education, by the way. Okay. So when you say, by the way, so your education is different versus the work is different. We are actually categorizing because our education itself is a great model, but who is practicing and whoever is teaching is not actually understanding the root of the context, by the way. And that's how it's become as a fail model, and you're seeing the real-time model as a different model. But trust me, by the way, that basically if you really understand the sense of the education, how it's supposed to happen, and I think doing the job is always a very simple thing, by the way. You can always do it. Yeah, I have my opinion because I think I've been, so 15 years past I graduated and I have 15 years of experience. I know, by the way, so how the education was there, and after that, how I have been, because I am just 54% guy, okay, in my engineering. I just code only 54%. I'm a flap student. As a student, I'm a bad guy, by the way. Okay. So, but after that, I had to survive and I know what I have done. And probably after doing this learning and all, I cross-checked myself. If I would have applied these particular practices, now if I attend the same classes, by the way, for sure I'll earn 95%, no doubt in that.
So like you're saying, steal the time from other activities and practice that make perfect for me to get a job, right?
That is not what I told, but what you told is right in a point wise. But what my point on that is, as completely depends upon you. Don't time bound that 6 months, 8 months. I'm stressing that particular point.
I just only asking you, is it this time span that requires for me to survive in the market as a DevOps engineer, right?
Yeah. Time bound, you don't keep it. You give the goal, run towards the goal. It may take 1 year also. There are people who came to me and told after 1 year, hey, Raghu, I got the job. There are people who came to me in the middle of the session only. They told they got the job. I don't know how they got it also, but someone told me. Okay. So
I have all the question for this.
It's all depends upon an individual person. It never depends on to me, by the way. So that's a whole essence of my conversation I'm trying to put to you for your question.
Yeah, because my valuable time and money are investing in this course, right? That is why I'm asking.
Yeah. You better decide on that first.
Yes.
So whether you're really looking for a DevOps training, so probably me or someone else. So you
No,
have.
I came. I go through various channels on YouTube, and I'm continuously going through your videos on like join DevOps with Siva and DevOps and Cloud with Siva. So finally, I come to conclusion that I want to join.
Yeah, that is okay.
Because I lost my money spending 45 days DevOps course on some other institute. That is why I'm taking the decision.
Yeah. You should always cross check. Like while we're telling good words, by the way, maybe the training may not be good for you.
Yeah,
That's one thing.
that's what I'm afraid.
You have to understand. Okay. And also maybe a lot of people come to me, call me saying the reference, hey, Raghu, so some so-and-so person has referred you. He told, very great about you. Like, I want to join with you. I'll straightforward tell to them, hey, it was great for you. For him, by the way, may not be great for you, but you have to cross check.
Yes. Okay. Not only checking the comments in the comment section.
Hey, those are all. How do you check and all is it's up to you. How do you check and all is up to you. But I'm telling, like, the whole context is you should cross check. Minimum, because you're investing time, majorly time, and some money as well. Money is okay. You're some other way, it will go, come is all. I don't bother about, at least at this, on that particular point, but time. Investing time, whether we are going to get the results on that, where is the invest your right time. Where you need to invest that time in the right place is very important. You check it. I think you got it, what I'm saying.
Yes. Thank you.
Hi, Raghu. Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Good.
Yes, Raghu. Actually, the demo classes will continue from tomorrow onwards, or it will start directly on 15th October?
Just check with organizer once.
Okay. Sure. Yes. Okay. Raghu, actually, one of my relatives working in Dubai. Is there opportunities in other abroad countries also, right? Most of the.
Right. Since you asked about the Middle East region, by the way, so Middle East is expect only at this, in the current market scenario, only 2 countries are surviving very well in the worst economic inflation happening across many countries, by the way. So especially if you talk about big countries like UK is suffered a lot because of the war, especially, and Russia is not doing well. China is a disaster going on with the China economy.
Okay.
And US is already so badly affected because of the inflation. And Canada is also not doing too much great, by the way, around the same thing. I mean, I just mostly covered with most of the countries where you have software presence, especially. And Australia is always like is the same pattern. I don't think so too much change on the Australia side. And some small area is there, like where Malaysia, Singapore, and these are all business-based companies, which is fine. But overall, if you talk about the big regions, by the way, so out of all these countries, because I again work in a consulting firm, so we get projects, business from different countries, and we always have a overview on what is going on the market. And from that context, I'm telling you again. So especially the Middle East region and India region is doing very well in the economy right now, by the way. So these two countries are not too much digitalized, and still we're trying to get too much onto the digitalization. So there is a lot of scope around, especially the fintech. The fintech for the next decade is being you will see a tremendous growth, especially in India and Middle East region, especially starting Middle East region, maybe, so very soon, by the way. Okay.
Yes, actually,
A lot of projects will be there.
Yes, yeah. Actually, I want to learn this DevOps course to get the job in abroad.
That is okay. That's up to you. But you since you asked me about the point on why, especially, I just try to told some data points on that. Maybe like, so again, as I mentioned, so there are good, by the way, whether, so how do you be ready for that jobs and all? It's all secondary, right?
Yeah, one more, Raghu. Actually, I'm working in single shift only. But the time is very less. Why? Because if 8 hours working in office, but we have to work for more 3 to 4 hours because of the tasks and all. So the practice every day after class, the practice should be 2 to 3 hours fine, right? We need to put more efforts, like means we don't have much time. So we can conduct the classes in Saturday, Sunday. Is it possible to understand more things?
No, I am again bound to certain principles, like 5 days food you can't eat in one day. Brain is also same thing like that. It's an organ. It can't process that much on 2 days, and whereas 5 days it can't do less, right? So
Suppose
it's
I
only
will
discipline. Consistent is important.
Yeah, that is correct. See, suppose one topic is not understand, so
That's okay. That's what I'm telling. Okay. See, the point out there is it is there. It's not gonna change for sure. Okay, that's for sure is there. It's not gonna change. Second thing is it's up to you, by the way, right? Now, okay. So what you do is always it's your problem. You have to work on that. No other option.
Yeah.
Yeah. So whether you sleep less, maybe you're spending and eating half an hour, you don't eat it. I don't mind.
Yeah, I got
I
it.
want outcome.
Yes,
That's it.
that's right. I got it. Yeah, thank you. We'll check with admin regarding this classes and
Right.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
All right. So thanks everyone. I think most of the questions on the chart also has been addressed. And yeah, so see you in next session then. Bye. Good day. Good night.